the life of every individual who has indicated interest. As many of us that have applied, and today we are living souls to witness this day. All praise, honor, adoration is returned back unto you this morning. Heavenly Father, accept our praise in the name of Jesus Christ. Thank you for the institute. Thank you for the management of the institute. Thank you for everyone, the inductees that are here today, and all of our family members. Thank you for everyone that today is that day that we have all seen. Ill and hearty, alive, witnessing your grace upon our lives. As we begin this program of inauguration and induction today, we commit every aspect of it in your hand. Holy Spirit, have your way in Jesus' name. From the beginning to the end, we ask, oh Lord, that your Spirit will move in this camp. And all program beginning from here now to the end of this event, we ask, oh Lord, that you will take over in the name of Jesus Christ. Father, have your way in the name of Jesus. We ask, oh Lord, every issue of concern that your people have come here with, even though this is an educational program, we ask, oh Lord, that no one will return with that concern, but we are all returning back home joyfully in the name of Jesus Christ. Almighty Father, have your way, and let your name alone be glorified. Father, we thank you this morning. We appreciate you because you have answered our prayers. We look forward to the success of this event, and the success will return home with us. The glory will return home with us, and the blessing will return home with us. So shall it be. Father, we thank you. Blessed be thy name. In Jesus' most excellent name we have prayed. A rousing amen unto Jesus.
To Mr. Joseph Edgar. Mr. Joseph Edgar. Please, can we put our hands together for Mr. Joseph Edgar? He's also a speaker today and a panelist as well. Can we also make welcome Barrister Atobatele Femi Adibukola, Esquire? Please, can we put our hands together for him? Thank you very much. I have the registrar of this institute, Dr. Ifedayo Owosheni. Please, can we put our hands for Dr. Ifedayo? Your seat is right here. I'd like to, in absentia, recognize Mr. Otome Oyo. He's on his way, but will be here. And also Mrs. Adedoja Allen. Please, can we put our hands together for her? I think she's joining us virtually, but will be here shortly. I also want to recognize Dr. Lolade Ajetumobi. She's also a council member. Please, can we put our hands together for her? Then I'd like to welcome the president of this institute, Mr. Sunday O. Fayoshe. Can we put our hands together for Mr. Sunday Fayoshe? I think I should also just welcome you directly to the stage for your opening speech. Please put your hands together for the president of the Chartered Institute of Sales and Customer Service Management for his welcome address. Please give it up for Mr. Sunday O. Fayoshe. Can we all rise in ovation for the president as he comes to make his welcome address?
Thank you, sir. Well, good morning. You may take your seats, sorry. Hello? Yeah, it's okay. Well, I just want to say, just like in the prayer, we appreciate our Creator. That is the uncreated being, that we are all here, hale and healthy. And we pray that that situation continues to abide with us in Jesus' name. Yeah. Your amen is so. That's the amen of a salesperson. Because you. Yes. Distinguished guests, esteemed professionals, respected speakers, value pertinent
recording in progress,
and inductees. We also welcome all the participants here present and those that are online for this special occasion. On behalf of the council and the entire leadership of the Chartered Institute of Sales and Customer Service Management, I am delighted, more than delighted, to warmly welcome you to this prestigious workshop. This workshop represents a significant gathering of minds, ideas, professionals committed to advancing excellence in sales, customer service, leadership, and business growth. It has been carefully designed to provide rich insights, practical knowledge, and strategic direction that will empower individuals and organizations to thrive in today's highly competitive marketplace. At CISCSM, our mandate is clear: to promote professionalism, uphold ethical standards, develop global relevant competencies, and build a strong community of certified practitioners who can drive sustainable business success and national development. This workshop is a reflection of that unwavering commitment. I extend my sincere appreciation to our keynote speakers, panelists, sponsors, partners, and the organizing committee for their invaluable contributions and dedication. I also congratulate our inductees, whose formal admission into the Institute today marks the beginning of a new chapter of higher professional responsibility, recognition, and opportunity. As you participate in today's sessions, I encourage you to engage actively, network meaningfully, share ideas and freely, and embrace the knowledge that will be shared. May this workshop inspire bold thinking, renewed purpose, and lasting professional impact. Once again, I warmly welcome you and wish you a highly rewarding and impactful summit experience. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Once again, please put your hands together for the President of the Chartered Institute of Sales and Customer Service Management, Mr. Sunday O. Fayoshe. Is that the best you can do? Please put your hands together some more. All right. I'd like to welcome for our very first address of the morning, or the very first keynote address. Turn to someone and say, are you ready for this one? Are you ready for this one? It's only those that answer that will share the QR code for the food, though. Because when you mention food right now, everybody is always happy. Just give me a second. Adeze, can I get Adeze's attention? All right, so I'll just quickly run through the profile of our very first keynote address speaker this morning. He is no other person than Mr. Joseph Edgar. Edgar is a well-regarded investment banker with over 27 years of cognate experience in the financial services industry. He began his investment banking career as a stockbroker, qualifying as a dealing clerk on the Nigerian Stock Exchange, CIS number 456 in 1996. He holds a degree in political science from the University of Ibadan and a master's degree in political science, international relations from the University of Lagos. He is also an alumnus of the Lagos Business School's Senior Management Program 32. He has attended several international courses in wealth management, including at the New York Institute of Finance. Over the course of his career, Edgar has worked with several top-tier financial institutions, including BGL Securities, where he rose to become Deputy Managing Director. At the time, the firm was the largest stockbroking company in the market. He has also held key roles at Investment One Financial Services Limited and CSL Stockbrokers, managing local businesses, franchises with portfolios exceeding 100 billion, and previously served as MD CEO of Aquila Asset Management. He is the co-founder of Hamilton and George, a fast-paced financial advisory firm with strong mandates in real estate, energy, power, and the new economy, and the founder of Barnaby and Edgar Limited, a consultancy specializing in capital raising, deal structuring, and valuations. Edgar is also a published industry commentator and serves as the publisher editor-in-chief of the alvinreports.com, a leading online business and economy publication with a large pool of PhD contributors in Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with me Mr. Joseph Edgar for the first keynote address of the morning.
Thank you. I'm not one for protocol, so I really may not get it right. But let me just try. The President in Council, my co-panelists and speakers registrary, and inductees, and attendees, and then the pastor. When the pastor was praying, I was kind of pitying members of his church. The prayer was long. I was like, if you can pray this long at an event like this, what will you do during night vigil? Okay, that's it. Thank you very much for inviting me. I don't know why I was invited. I just got a call one day and they said I should come and speak at this event. I like these kinds of opportunities because I believe very strongly that since leadership has failed us in this country, followership is our best bet. And when we talk about followership, I talk about salespeople. You know, salespeople, if salespeople do well, companies will do well. If companies do well, people will get jobs. If people get jobs, poverty will be reduced. So I always seize every opportunity I have to speak to salespeople, try to mentor them, try to encourage them, and try to put them in a very strong position. Before I go to my keynote address, let me talk about this MC guy. He came up here and he said, can we name Nigerian foods from A to something? And I said to myself, is it truly going to go through A to Z at this time when I've not eaten? I need to leave here now. And he did a good job. Well done. Please let me clap for him. He did a good job. Okay, so the environment for sales has changed drastically. When I qualified as a stockbroker, I qualified in 1996. The things that pushed us then, the challenges we faced, the structure of the environment, the kinds of people that we try to engage, try to sell to, have totally evolved and changed very drastically. And I think that this institute should also move at that pace. Now, there's a red flag, and I must say this, the president, Abi, listen carefully. So somebody saw me give a speech somewhere, and that person felt that I was strong enough or good enough to come and talk at this event. And in that event, I had my dreadlocks, and I had my earrings, and I had my tattoo, and I was wearing something that looked like a skirt. And the person said, oh, we'd like for you to come and speak with us here. And I said, no problem. I'll come and speak with you. I'll speak for you. And he says, send me your picture and your profile. So I sent them my picture. That picture you guys just saw here now. Yeah, I think that's my best picture so far. I was looking very handsome in that picture. And then somebody in this institute put me in a suit. I don't know what he did. They say AI, whatever, put me in a suit. And luckily for that person, because I knocked the person, he didn't remove my dreads. So it's what I did. Because I have a huge followership. So I took that picture and I broadcasted it to all of my friends. And I have a lot of friends. I have a huge network of people at the highest levels. And I said to them, this Chartered Institute of Sales, wherever, just put me in a suit. What do you guys think? And that conversation went on for hours. You see, it's in little things like this that we see very important things. So the essence of sales, of modern day sales in Nigeria, was discussed in that 2 hours from that picture. I see now. The importance of this institute was also discussed in that 1 hour conversation by people at the highest levels of the economy. 3, 4, 5 bank MDs joined that conversation. This institute and its relevance was queried. Some people felt this institute had started on the wrong note. Others felt they were right. A former bank MD said to me, I think they had seen your profile. That's why they put you on the suit. Because the profile talked about what you do or what you did in investment banking. Are you getting me now? Another person said, oh, but they should have done their homework. They should have done a little bit more research about you to see if there was any other thing about you. You get me now? That would warrant your current appearance. So whoever did that to you didn't do the homework very well. So would that make me want to be a member of that institute? No. So profiling understanding the market. Are you seeing now? How to engage the market all in that one picture. So I sent it back. I told my staff to send it back and say, oh, that's not me. That's impersonation. That's not me. Tell them to change it. And then somebody here came back and said, oh, because of the branding or something of this institute, you have to put in a suit. And I said, okay, so leave me alone. I didn't ask to come to speak. If you can't take me the way I am, then leave me alone. And then my PA now says, why don't you just leave it? Leave yourself in a suit and then go there and speak to it. You get, use that as your whatever to speak to it. And then, oh, I like, it's as if I'm talking where everybody just listening to me, everybody just know their legs. So I said, oh, that makes sense. So I said, okay, no problem. Tell them to leave it. But then it was too late. They had changed the picture and put that other picture. Why am I saying this? The environment is now very fluid. It's now very dynamic. It's more creative than when we first started. So new entrants into this business, do you get me now, must be open to shocks. Do you get me now? Most of your theoretical principles will not work, cannot work, may not work. It's all about who you are and not what you are selling. Am I making sense? It's not about the product. Do you get? What you're selling is not the product. What you're selling is a sense of well-being. What makes that person happy? What makes that person feel fulfilled? What you're selling is what? Relationships. Who are you? Am I a nice person? Do I like people? If you don't like people, you cannot be a salesperson. Simple. If you are not interested in people's welfare, you are not interested in somebody being very happy, you are not interested in somebody's health, you are not interested in somebody's condition, you have no business in this hall. Am I making sense? If you are all about moving 50 bottles of water, you will not succeed. People's mental health, mental strength have been stretched to the limits by the rough environment that we operate. People go to work stressed out. People go to work under pressure. People go to work, you don't know if they've eaten. People go to work, you don't know what problem is facing at home. Do you get me now? He may just not want to be interested in buying a bottle of water at this point. He may just not want to be interested, do you get me now, in buying a car at this point. He just wants peace. He just wants to be calm. So if you now get lucky and get an appointment with him on that morning where his wife are just asking for school fees that he doesn't have, you must have that sixth sense to be able to know what the person is going through. Maybe not to the specifics, do you get me now? But to say, Oga, it is okay. Am I making sense? It is okay. Salespeople, please, when it's time for me to stop, let me know. Because once I start, I know to stop. Salespeople allow their organizations to put them under pressure. When your organization puts you under pressure, you cannot think. You cannot feel free to be creative in pushing. Am I making sense? You now become a tout. And that's the last thing that should happen to a salesperson. Being toutish. You would have no respect in the marketplace. It's a small marketplace. The banking and finance industry, for example, there are only 88,000 people out of 200 million people. After some time, you will all know yourselves. Am I making sense? After some time, you all know yourself. You move from submitting a CV to being headhunted. If you are very good, in less than 5 years, you move from submitting your CV to being headhunted. Do you know the difference? The difference is that we are looking for somebody to fill this position. Go get CV. The other side is we need to move 50 more crates of cook in Ogba. There's somebody that works in that other bank or that organization that holds that market. Are you getting me now? So you move from here to here, you get, as you progress. But if you are a tout, if you allow yourself to put under pressure, do you get me? You will not move from here to here. You will stop here, and they will sack you, and your wife will leave you. Am I making sense? So I've worked in 5 banks. I've worked in 5 banks in my career. I've done well, relatively well. I'm not rich, but I've done it well. As early as 1996, I was already earning $1 million a month. And I'm not very good with dates, I'd earned a check commission of 45 million naira. When 45 million naira was almost budget of some states like Taraba State. So somebody actually gave me a check of 45 million naira and say, that's your commission for sales. Are you getting me now? Now, I've been able to succeed by being different, by being eccentric, by not allowing anybody to carry on while I come for my head. You know what that means? So, a bank MD will go to the board and collect a target. Now, whether that target makes sense or not to him, he will collect it. I mean, because he doesn't lose his job. He will not come and call me. Chief Market Officer, oh yeah, our target for here is, and that's what I beg. Who gave you this target? Board. Why you collect this kind of target? Because it doesn't make sense to me. Are you getting me now? So when I was a stockbroker, the all-share index, I know you guys understand the markets there. The all-share index is the total accumulation of price times stocks sold in a day. So the total sales in a day. So for example, let's say total sales in a day is say 100 million naira. Yeah? So that's the all-share index is 100 million naira. Are you getting me now? There's somebody who calls and says, my MD goes and collects targets from his board of 60 million naira. Are you getting me now? So there are 200 stockbroking firms. 200 stockbroking firms. 150 stocks. All of us are doing 100 million. Only one you go collect 60 million, come. Say that me, Edgar, I should come be running around Lagos and looking for 60 million for you. Not going to happen. Am I making sense? So only a salesperson who is very confident of his abilities, very confident of who he is, understands the market, can look his MD to the face and say, I know do. Inductees, learn how to say, I know do. If you don't learn how to say, I know do, you will either go to jail, because somebody will drive you faster than yourself. So I was working in this mid-level bank, and they gave me a budget of 15 billion. I should go and bring 15 billion. Honest to God, I thought it was a joke. I didn't believe that anybody in his right senses can ask me to go and bring 15 billion that year. 15 billion now is really nothing. Maybe it's like 3 plus of land in Koi. So yes, you can give me a budget of 15 billion today. We're getting a budget of 15 billion in 2000. Are you getting me now? When a whole state budget of a small state is about 30 billion, they now give only 1 me because you give me an official car. Are you seeing now? So I didn't take it seriously. And but by this time, I had moved from CV to head hunting. My confidence level is on the roof. I am a king. Do you get? I'm working with swag. I have staff. I'm even choosing my official car. I don't want Corolla again. Give me BMW, because I had a young, beautiful girlfriend who was yellow and fat. And she liked all those kind of things. So she said she cannot enter Corolla. I said, give me a second. Admit, I don't want to drive Corolla again. I want BMW. And then NPR. How many people have worked in banks here? NPR. You have 10 NPR, have you? Terrible, have you? Oh my God. Terrible, have you? You worked in the bank? So if it's on Monday, on Sunday, you have to be beaten. You have to be beaten, have you? Sunday night, if your wife say, oh, yeah, come, you say, I beg. I mean, so there's NPR, and everybody's seated, and everybody's frowning. Your guys are frowning. I say, what's wrong with these ones? They're frowning. You know? And they say, you, what's your something? You talk. What's your variance? You talk. You must be very stupid. How can you? Don't ever try this again. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's taking the insults because he's looking at his back. You know what's his back? House rent. School fees. Aged parents. I cannot lose this job. So it takes the rubbish. You get me now? Salespeople allow short-term pressures to affect your long-term aspirations. Am I making sense? I have never been happier in my life than I am today. I've made more money in this world when I was working, but I'm happier today. So I am free. I can wake up in the morning, I decide to go to work, I go. If I don't want to go to work, So when that man went to put me in suit, I'm looking at the person. I've come here today, as I walk in, everybody's looking at me, I'm free. Are you getting me? If I see food, I eat. If I don't see food, I don't eat. Nobody's calling me to say, where is the money? Am I lying? Where is it? Someone call you to every night. You have not met your budget. Sorry, sir. So the man says, so it gets my turn. Where's your money? Where's your money? And they will show your target, your actuals, and your. So my target is 15 billion. My actual is 5 billion, and then variance of 10 billion. So I say, MD, where is your own here? And the whole went quiet. Me, I knew they will sack me. I mean, either which way they will sack me. So let me go with dignity. My only problem is that whether they will take the BM or not. Because if you take the BM, I'm not sure if the girl will stay. So I said, MD, please, where is your own money? Because I knew that even at that 5 billion, I'd done more than everybody in the bank. I mean, and he says, how dare you? How dare you? So it's no more. You are the chief marketing officer, sir. Do you get me now? Lead by example. I brought 5 billion to this table. Where's your money? So at that point, I see HR stand up. I know he's going to stab my letter. Long story short, I was sacked. And when I got the letter, I begged them, please, can I hold the BM? They said I should go with the BM. So I left. So why am I saying this? As young salespeople, you must map your trajectory, build your confidence level. Don't allow anybody to tell your story. Tell your story yourself. Come to the realization that every job, every office you work is a milestone on your trajectory. If you are going to Ibadan, those days when Nigeria was good, if you are going to Ibadan from Lagos, you will see milestones, Shagamu, or whatever to Ibadan. So it tells you how you are moving. As those milestones are changing, something never changes. What is that? You yourself, you're not changing. So you are doing Wema Bank, you are doing Cadbury, you are doing Channel of Sales, you are doing Liver Brothers. Are you getting me now? You are that constant person. Your loyalty is to who? To you. Are you getting me now? And guess what? You are not selling goods and services. You are selling to humanity. Am I making sense? Once you come to that realization, you will not be bothered if you met your target or not. That one person you have sold to, is the person happy? Did he need what I wanted, what I sold to him? How does that impact him? Are you getting me now? If, for example, as a stockbroker, if I know for a fact that if this guy buys these shares, it will not all go well for him, do you get me now? Why put him under pressure to buy because I want to meet my target? Am I making sense? Why am I collecting that check? Because I want to meet my target. A client can sit you down and say, oh, I want to buy this share. You get me now? But I need to pay my school fees. What do I do? If you are not strong if you are not a strong personality as a salesperson, the pressure at the back will say, buy the shares. Would that make that man happy? Am I making sense? So rise above. It's not sales. The market has changed. It's no longer about sales. It's not sales. It's what? Relationships. Am I making sense? It's relationships. Do you get? Build networks. Networks. That's what matters to you, not what you're selling. It's a network. Do you get? Those days in banks, when you get a new job, you ask yourself a very quick question. Under pressure, you will not have friends at times. When you build a career based on transactional relationships, you will your career will end. You start to do MC. No, we all do it. I like the guy. I like the guy. So, but I just need to poke him. So, one thing I like about him is that I have a lot of friends who are comedians, very expensive, very rich comedians, big ones like Alibaba. I'm seeing him now after here. I'm taking to that fan. But this guy has something that most of them don't have: the ability to command the room at the very first second that you pick up the microphone. I watched it. Well done. Well done. So most of those big comedians, they take like 4-5 minutes to warm up before they now push. Even me, when I climbed stage now, it took me like 3 minutes. I was still shaking before I get to you guys. But he came up here with the Amala joke and just got guys. Well done. So what was I saying? Yeah, transactional relationships. You get that? So if you have a transactional, if you build a career with time never go. If you build a career based on transactional relationships, you get me now? You will do what? The career will go. And you will even see MC work to do. Let me give you a small story here. So I do theater. I do theater on the side. When I was in banking, because I'm a good salesperson, I was making all of the money. I was bringing all of the money. You get? And I was being promoted. So before realizing I was already MT, I was ET, I was all of that. But I wasn't feeling fulfilled. Somebody just kept telling me something I'm not doing, something I'm not doing. You get? But I didn't know what. Do you understand? And then one day, they sacked me again. No, they not only sacked me, EFC arrest me. Yeah. You know, somebody that's not your own. You keep roughing it. You'll be entering problem now, have you? Somebody that's your own just goes very smoothly. So that banking thing wasn't my own. That stockbroking thing wasn't my own. That finance wasn't my own. But because I could sell, I had very strong relationships. I knew people liked me. You know, I was a man of integrity. You understand whatever that means. Do you get? So I was getting the checks and then promoted, but I was feeling very empty. You get, I wasn't feeling very fulfilled. And then one day EFC came and said, "Are you Mr. Edgar?" I thought it was vulcanizer because I parked my car in front of the vulcanizer, and the vulcanizer was saying, "Okay, don't park anywhere off," you know. And then the guy walks over. I thought it was vulcanizer. I'm like, "Vulcanizer, walk into my office. Who gives you the gun?" It was EFCC. They arrested me. Oh my God, I was in jail Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Who has never jail before? It's a terrible thing. No, I'm telling you. I first didn't realize what happened to me. It was until my sister came to visit me. He said, "I have a visitor," and then the policeman is walking behind me, so I won't run. So that got to me. Do you understand? Freedom is something I don't joke with. Anybody who has had this freedom curtailed, either by a woman. Because women know how to curtail men's freedom. Where are you going to? My wife will give me video call in the night. Pick this corner, pick this corner. I'll then go to the back, let me pick the call first. And then when I pick the call, that's it. Do it like this. Put it under the bed. So I was in jail for 4 days. 4 days. That's nothing about sales. It's a rite of passage. If you are doing sales in banks, fintech, any of those places, you most likely go to jail. You know, it's like they call it in WIAC, they call it English registers. A pastor must know which. It's part of the work. I mean, pastor, you must know which. I'm not saying which point in my life, but you go to see which regularly. That's his own. Like police must say I'm robber. The only I'm robber I see is on TV. I'm not saying I'm robber in my life because I'm robber. But pastor must see which. So if you're a salesperson in finance, in tech, fintech, you most likely go to sell. Most likely, because it's part of the job. So I went to sell for 4 nights, and then I'm crying, and then my cellmate is saying, "Okay, are you not a man? Why are you crying?" I said, "Please, is it your cry?" Hey, I'm dying. strong. General, an army general. You get me? We don't have my network. I can pick the phone and say, Chief Obasanjo, this boy won't kill me. Are you saying? He cannot pick the phone and say, if you pick the phone to call the Obasanjo, you say, sir. Why is it now? Are you getting it now? So I'm doing a stage play on King's. I'll call it King Sonade. King Sonade is a legend. I mean, beautiful man. I mean, well, very literate. Doesn't really understand the concept of legacy. So I'm doing historical plays, celebrating historical Nigerians have made history. Massive productions all over the country. I spent $4 billion doing these things. I take it to London and everywhere. I've done plays on Obasanjo, I've done plays on Gowon, I've done plays on Awo, I've done plays on Emir Sanusi, I've done plays on so many people. And then I had a very stupid idea. I said, why don't I do plays on musicians too who have made their mark? And KSA was the first musician. As at the time I did KSA, I'd done 39 plays. None of them have asked me for money. Because they understand that it's legacy. They understand that it's me trying to immortalize them on stage. Baba is asking me for money. And I said, Baba, this is what we're trying to do. And he says, okay, no problem. Go ahead. Verbally. So I take his word for it. So I do the Lagos show, successful. He was coming for the Lagos show. Luckily, unfortunately, he lost a child, so he couldn't make it. So he called himself, sorry, I couldn't make it. So no problem. Now, we do the Lagos show. He's very happy with it. We send him the clips. He loves it. You get it. And then we do the London show. We start planning for the London show. Yeah? You know it's pounds. 1 naira is 2,000. 1 pound is 2,000 naira. London show is costing me 200 million naira. Listen carefully. Cost 200 million naira. Lagos show cost me 20 million naira. London show cost me 20 million naira. You get it? So start. Pay for it all. And for the first time in this country, we have posters on London buses. So as you're going on the streets of London, you're seeing our posters. That cost me a lot of money. We did all of that. 6 weeks to the show. 6 weeks to the show. 6 weeks to the show. I get a letter from his lawyer. Cease and desist. You don't have our permission. You are using our name. I'm a boy. You know, you know, I used to beg your gas now. I prostrate from Lagos to Undo. Every serious Yoruba man who is above 60, who is a chief, I went to beg. Lagos Country Club, Yoruba Tennis Club, Baba Jabu, King of Ondo State, former governor of Ondo State, governor of Ekiti State. I have the network. Are you getting me now? Making those come. I'll take you there. Come, I'll take you there. 6 weeks. 2 weeks or all of that, and not see KSA face like this. You get it? When you will call him, he will say, once he hears my name, it's Tiko Shomolu. He will say, no, you don't need to enter the matter. So those ones now come and say, I'm going to meet him. What this man is trying to do. Say what? I think it's going to wait till the last week. Let's say show is on Saturday. On Monday, you now give me a bill. You will say, pay me 50 million. Then it will be too late to pull out. You get it? I'll have no other choice. Let's pull out now. Let's cancel it. And let's replace the play.
Power off. Power on.
We're going to get 200 million in 4 weeks.
Power on.
Are you getting it? 4 weeks. I said, raise 200 million in 4 weeks. If I carry 200 million in 4 weeks, then I would have had no business being salesperson since 1996 till date. I have relationships. I raised 20 million in 4 weeks. To be cancelled. We wrote to the theater, we cancelled. So we are taking Kashma or apply on MK Abiola instead. So we changed all the billboards, used 2 days, get the graphics right, everything. Do you get me now? So what did I do now? Listen carefully, inductees. Okay, these people sitting down here, they are relation of sales or inductee Barry. So I don't have to face people. Let me face Barry. When I just gonna chop. So I sit down, salespeople, listen carefully. Nobody is useless to you. Not even this cameraman. You will have relationships you may need at some point in your life. Do you get me now? So I take my phone and I ask myself one simple question. One simple question. I need 200 million, 1 million from 200 people. Which of my friends can give me 1 million naira without thinking? I don't want to talk to people that will consider. I don't talk to people that will say, let me ask my wife first. I don't want to say, wait until salary come. Am I making sense? I don't have anything against those people, oh. God bless them, oh. But in this my particular situation now, I need somebody that can just cut a check without thinking. Edgar is my friend. He has a problem. I can help him solve it. Do you get? With 1 million naira, 1 million naira is nothing to me. I raised 250 million in 3 days. Some people gave me 20. Some people gave me 10. Some people gave me 15. You see, don't clap here, don't clap. Sorry, sir, Pastor, don't be annoyed. It's a very serious conversation, you know, because, you know, when I first came here, I said, salespeople are the ones who would help this country. Country has failed. Leadership has failed. Institutional power has failed. A salesperson who can create wealth from nothing is our hope. Am I making sense? When I dropped 250 million in UK, when I see the number of Nigerians coming to queue to get a role in the play, people that jackpot, they left Nigeria to go and do better things. I mean, they've been there 15 years, 20 years. They are coming to queue to be paid £200 for 3 weeks' work that me I cannot wake up from. I'm asking myself, why you jackpot? You stupid. Am I making sense? 250 million. Do you know why they gave me? Do you know why they gave me? I'm really catching this lady on relationship, friendship. They are my friend. And can you become someone's friend overnight? It has to be what? Are you getting me now? So as a salesperson of how many years standing now? Do you get me now? I have 10,000 men on my phone. Do you get me now? That I can, if I want to cook soup today, I will cook. If police want to catch me, I know who to call. Do you get me now? It's about my life and their lives. Am I making sense? What do I want? Edgar can do it for me. Edgar, I'm trying to enter Cadbury. Do you know about the Cadbury? Oh, the CFO is my friend. Am I making sense? Oh, I'm trying to enter, where do you work? GLE. Where do you work? God bless you. I'm trying to enter private jet. Do you get me now? That person is my friend. Do you get me now? Go there. One last story before I go. I know in picture. One last story before I go. To illustrate the power of networking, relationships, goodwill, you must be what? First and foremost, a good person. A salesperson who is not a good person can never survive. Rich people have something poor people don't have. Do you know that thing? Intuition. God has blessed women with intuition. Women have intuition. Most men don't have intuition. When you go and toast a woman, the woman already know where you are going from when you say hello. From that moment, you say hello. She knows whether she will agree or not. She has that sense of intuition. Rich people have sense of intuition. So when you walk in, they already know that is a joker. So they either decide to humor you or, are you getting me now? So I write a very popular column in this day, every Sunday, 2 pages. I think we are not up to 5 in this country that have 2 pages in the national newspaper. So everybody that matters reads me. So, and that gives me access. That opens doors for me. Do you get? Because I get people asking, calling to say, what do you think of that episode? What do you think of that episode? Things like that, you know. So this particular time, there's a big Yoruba man, very big Yoruba man. That time he was 94 years old. Now I'm sure he's like 98 or he don't pass on himself. They call that man. Please don't. If I mention him, people have to promise me not to say that outside here. So you're not gonna catch me again. His name is Chief Afe Babalola. You know him? That Ekitiman. So he man woke up one day and went to dash King's College London 5 billion naira. Dash. So I wrote in the column, my column, and I said, that was a smelly thing to do. That was a stinking, smelly thing to do. Your school, you have increased school fees 3 times this year, meaning that there's money problem there. You now carry 5 billion. I'm going to go and give a school that does not need it. Granted, it's your private money. You have the right to do whatever you do your money. You get me now? But at that level of wealth, society has certain expectations of you. You can never do enough. Are you getting me now? And then a week after, I see a letter signed by Professor. That man that signed that is a professor of law. He gets signed. He gets so many on small mail. Letter is 3 pages. With police letter on top. That my name has been mentioned in a criminal, what do you call that thing? Criminal, libel, criminal, who's the law here? I know in Nigeria, when you enter trouble, you're on your own. So this day, they disown me. They are not aware. They don't know. So they say I should report in Ekiti. The next day at 10 p.m., 10 a.m. You guys know what happened to that Dele Faro to me guy now? Yeah, when he reported, they came to carry him. So I panicked. So I call my wife, I say, see my problem here. You know women, why are you telling me? Go and tell your girlfriend. So I sit down. Start walking my phones. I will show this Baba. He's Baba. Me too, I know people. So I call his daughter. So this 30 years of network building. Do you get it? As a salesperson, you are building your network not only for your job, but for yourself. To build yourself, your personality. Do you get me now? Access to the right people. Your goal as a salesperson is not to make all the money in this world. Your goal as a salesperson is to be 4 people away from everybody that matters to you. 4 people. If I want to talk to Tinubu today, 4 phone calls. He will know that he might not see me, but by the 4th phone call, he will know that there's an Edgar trying to reach me. Are you getting me now? So I called his daughter. Your father want to beat me. What are you doing? He said, I'm not even talking to him. I said, you will talk to him. Please help me go and beg him. He said, no, I'm not spoken to him in 2 years. Do you get? So, okay, you know my brother, call my brother, he's closer. Do you get? So, I know DG. So I call him. Edgar, long time. I've not seen 3 years. Your father want to kill me. Yeah, that's true. I heard about things. So it was serious because he mentioned, do you get me now? I'll talk to him. Don't worry. He's having siesta now. I'll call him. I got a letter Sunday morning. Ekiti police waiting for me 10 a.m. on Monday. Are you getting me now? So I've gotten his son. I get the governor of Ekiti State, who says, talk to my CSO. My CSO will call you. CSO calls me. Femi Fanika calls me. In 20 minutes, critical sectors of the Nigerian population know that I'm in trouble with Afemala. Are you getting me now? And then finally, Obasanjo's people call me. They say, Baba wants to talk to you. He's in Kenya. They say, you call him now. So I call Baba. Now, because I've done a play for him, do you get? So he's also my friend. And I call him. He says, why did you go and look for trouble in that place? That person does not forgive. So see what you do here. I'm in Kenya for 1 week. Go to my house in Abeokuta and stay there. Don't come out till I come back. I said, Baba, but that's detention too. He said, that's your choice. If you're walking around in Lagos, they come and carry you. It's easier for me to protect you in my house than for me to get you out of. Do you get me now? That's okay, no problem. So I call over Jebu's people, who call Commissioner of Police in the Ekiti State, who says the best we can do for him is to give him a soft landing. When he comes, all of us follow him to go and beg Baba. Long and short, Chief Femi Fanika calls me, and he paints a very scary scenario for me. He says, Edgar, if you go to Ekiti, they will arrest you. They will keep you in the cell overnight. The next one, they'll take you to a magistrate court in one far place in Ekiti. Then the man will give you bail conditions you cannot meet. Then they'll keep you for 21 days. They can legally keep you for 21 days inside that prison. In that, that's exactly what happened to that Delay guy. After 21 days, magistrate will go on leave. They will transfer your case to another magistrate who now, long and short, they can hold you for 6 months legally. So see what I'll do for you here now. We will work with our people, the APC people in Ekiti State. Do you get me now? They will get a lawyer for you. Lawyer will go to Ekiti on Monday morning. Go to police station on Monday morning. Say that you are sick. Buy time for you. And then we'll now build a delegation to follow you to go and beg the Baba. By 1 a.m., when Baba woke up, his phone has been... And then he says, don't speak with me. And then they call me. And he says, who are you? I said, Baba, I'm just a Shomolu boy. So his thinking was that it's just a reporter that he can just chance. Do you get it? In that sense, I would like to see you. I would like to know you. I said, Baba, can you assure me that you won't catch me when I come? If you assure me, you catch me. Are you getting me now? But long and short, I went. I go into his office, and he sees me, and he's livid. He's very upset. Do you know why he's upset? My hair. Why will I bring dreadlock to his office? I should go and cut the hair. Yeah, I should cut the hair that night and come back. I went to Commissioner of Police. Commissioner of Police said, we have to cut the hair. So I said, never. Let me enter that cell instead. But someone brought the brilliant idea. The person said, let's go and get the skull cap. You know this is that Muslims wear. It's 2 a.m. Baba can't see well. So we got a skull cap, and they tucked in my hair, and we went. And you know Yoruba people, when you go, before you enter, they say, when you enter, just prostrate. Lie down there. No matter what happens, don't stand up. I said, yes, sir. And then there's Commissioner of Police, this Speaker House of Rep, APC Chairman, Ekiti, Governor's Representative, all sorts of people. The bossa in the school. Everybody led delegation to go and help me beg. So immediately we entered, it was the Commissioner of Police in full uniform that went first flat on the ground. So me too, I just jumped on the ground. And then he abused me. He abused me well to his house contents, you know. And then later I told him to stand up and started asking me, how did I know all these people? You know, he's a very meticulous man. So he had drawn up a list of all those that had called him on my behalf, from Chief Obasanjo to his daughter that had not spoken to him in 2 years, to his son, so he now said, this one, how you know this one? This one, how you know this one? This one, how you know this one? Are you getting me now? In conclusion, You guys are the most important people in this country right now. Fact. Because sales covers every dimension of human behavior. So if you're a politician, you sell yourself. If you're a doctor, you sell yourself. If whatever it is, are you getting me now? So you're the engine room of growth. You must see yourselves as people on a mission. Do you get me now? To help revitalize this country. You are creating jobs if you do well. You are finding fulfillment of people if you do well. You're helping politicians to succeed if you do well. Are you getting me now? So where you are sitting right now is not a small thing. Do not look at yourselves as a small person or people. You are simply the most important people in this country right now. You can't afford to fail. Thank you.
If you're giving them a round of applause, can you make it a bit louder? Come on. And now I'm thinking, how many people in my father's generation, in my mother's generation, can I call to give me 500,000? Not 1 million now. Just 500,000. Say, okay, so should I tell this? He's a very beautiful storyteller, yeah? So let me tell you a story that happened. I'm in a training, and some of our classmates decided to go and enjoy on Valentine's Day. And this thing is not in the press. So they went to Valentine's Day at the beach, and somebody did not come back. You know the story. So the boy went for Valentine with the water god. So they've not found his body till now. So they locked them up in detention. They now started calling us that they will bill them for 700,000 each. I don't switch off my phone because first of all, I don't send you anywhere. Me too, I can go for Valentine, right? And now I'm thinking, from what he said, how strong are the relationships that I have in my life? I went to Covenant University and I paid my way through school, and it was that same philosophy. My first school fees in 2009 was 314,000. The first time I met Pastor Kayode, I was working in Cafeteria 2 in Covenant University. I was at steward, but someone gave me an idea. I said, you are very intelligent. You can also attend Covenant. My father was a police inspector. His annual salary could not pay my school fees. But he said, you've made friends with students here. How many of them can give you 10,000 each and will pay your school fees? I said, I can't ask anybody for money. Say, I'm not ready to start. That we don't do life alone. So I said, okay, Yemi, I don't know how to do this thing. He said, you know what? I will buy your form for you, your admission form. And he bought my CUSAT form in 2008. So he got the form for me. And he said, just pass the exam first. Let God say that you have passed. So I passed my CUSAT. The first person gave me 100,000. Yes, Dr. Adebayo Komalafe, lecturer. He was so excited. He said, I'll give you 100K. And I paid my acceptance. And the next person gave me 100,000. So I had 114 to go. It was a classmate that gave me 100. I was staying at the staircase one day, praying all night, saying, God of Elijah. God of Elijah must answer on this holy ground. He passed early in the morning to go use the restroom and saw me praying. I said, what is a young boy like you? Did you lose anybody? I said, school fees. He said, how much? 100K. Take my ATM, go and withdraw it. And that's how I paid my way through Covenant. That same way carried me. I did my master's. I studied in India a few years. Building relationships. Just asking someone, I need to do this. I need to pay 10 million. I have 3. You don't have 0, but I have 3. Or I have 7. I need 3 more. Someone will be like, okay, I'll help you. And that's how I've been able to make my life. A round of applause. So the question to take back from this first segment is, how strong are the relationships in your life? I think you need to go and do a relationship audit. There are a few persons you need to call, text, email before Monday. You might need to reawaken a lot of relationships. If it's possible, every contact on your phone, say hi before Monday. Before Monday. Maybe your annual target relies or would come to life because of those relationships. So one more time, can we put a round of applause for Mr. Joseph Edgar? So because he kept throwing jabs at me, I want to throw my own back. So something happened recently. Myself, him, Uncle Benga Deyinka, Uncle Ali Baba, that just became a chief, by the way. We were going for house fellowship in Pastor Kayode's house, and we were supposed to go early, but Boss Edgar being himself said we should go and watch match. So we decided to go and watch match and forgot that we were supposed to go for fellowship in Pastor Kayode's house. So when we were coming back, we met bandits, Chelsea fans, bandits. Chelsea fans used to be bandits before. So we met them on the road and they were angry because Chelsea lost and said they will flog us according to the number on the back of our jersey. So me being a Jesus boy, I had Jesus for life. They gave me 4 strokes of cane. So they flogged Gwenga Deyinka. I had basketball. No, he had Ali Baba was next. They flogged him 12 strokes of cane. And while they were flogging him, Gwenga Deyinka started crying. I was wondering, why is this man of God crying? I didn't know he wore basketball number 99. So they flogged him 99. While they were flogging Gwenga Deyinka, Boss Edgar fainted. So I was wondering what minutes this, only for me to look that he was wearing Renewed Hope 2023. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So now at this juncture, we're going on a little break, but it's going to be networking, structured networking. And we also have the health check going on the right side. To my right, that's to your left, on the side of the hall. So we're doing some quick blood work. Is it blood work or just high blood pressure? Okay. We will find out. So if you are scared of needles, don't worry. I don't think it involves blood. Just your heart rate, blood pressure, and all those things we'll check for those who want to. But others who want to remain on their seat, I'd like you to just look at yourselves on your table. Take a number from 1 to 5 or 1 to 4. Just do that real quick. Everybody on your table, take a number from 1 to 5. Take a number from 1 to 5. Once it's 5, start again. Then all number ones would meet and just discuss among yourselves, discuss your takeaways from your being here, discuss your favorite place to meet, favorite place to network, any business ideas you have. Like I'm going to network with Boss Edgar now. I'm learning cinematography. I could be on his project. So you could network structurally, meet someone. There's always something to learn. So introduce yourselves, what you do, where you work. So we're going to do that in just 12 minutes. 12 minutes, we're going to do structured networking. So you can stand up, go to the next table. I would also advise you stand up, go to another table, interact with someone you do not know, someone you've not met before. You could go to another table, meet with someone you've not met before, and let's get this done in 12 minutes. Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. At this juncture, it would be nice if we can be back on our seats as we commence the remaining segments of today's event. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please, you may be seated, everyone. You may please be seated. Thank you very much. You may all please be seated. So today we've had a packed day, even though we're not done. We're just halfway into today's event. We had an interesting welcome address by the president of the Institute. One house, everybody, please be seated. Please be seated, everyone. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so we had the welcome address by the president of the Institute, Mr. Sunday Ofayose, who gave us an interesting welcome address. We also had our very first keynote address by Mr. Joseph Edgar, who turned this place right side up. I'm sure he's left us with questions to go back and answer. He's left us with thoughts to ponder on. He's left us with assignments to go back and do, personally and professionally. The strength of the relationships we have and the motives for why we do what we do. At this juncture, we also had some minutes to network with people in the room, and now we're taking it upwards and forward with our second keynote address. And while we were having our initial conversations, our keynote speaker walked into the hall. Our keynote speaker is Mrs. Adedoja Allen. Please, can we put a round of applause for our second keynote speaker, Mrs. Adedoja Allen? I need everybody in this room to please put their hands together for our second keynote speaker. Thank you. Now we would need your attention. We want it to be as quiet as it was during the first keynote address. So she is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of CT 105.1 FM and one of Nigeria's most accomplished and transformational media executives. She assumed leadership of the station in 2012 at a time where it was facing insolvency, and within 3 years successfully repositioned it to profitability, moving it from the 24th place to becoming one of the top 10 most preferred radio stations in Lagos. Her achievement reflects her strength in strategic restructuring, financial management, and organizational renewal. With an MBA from the Lagos Business School, an IESE, an MSc in Business and Information Technology from Ashton Business School in the United Kingdom, and a bachelor's degree in mathematics from the University of Ibadan. She combines analytical depth with business strength, business acumen. Her earlier professional experience at the BBC United Kingdom further strengthened her leadership, operational discipline, and global perspective. Recognized for her innovative and forward-thinking approach, Adedoja has championed a 360-degree modern model for media management, leveraging digital platforms, optimizing assets, and building high-performance teams to drive sustainable growth. Under her leadership, CT 105.1 FM has evolved into a dynamic and digitally aware brand, capable of adapting to a rapidly changing media landscape. Her ability to re-engineer systems, inspire teams, and deliver measurable results have earned her reputation as a visionary leader within the Nigerian broadcasting industry. Beyond corporate excellence, she is deeply committed to social impact, talent development, and community transformation. She leads notable initiatives such as Praise in the City, an annual community-focused event that has become a significant platform for inspiration and engagement. And she leads with Adedoja Allen, a mentorship program designed to empower and equip women with leadership and entrepreneurial skills. She's also the visionary behind the City Media Academy, an institution established to groom and equip the next generation of media professionals for the evolving demands of modern broadcasting. Widely respected for her resilience, innovation, and purpose-driven leadership, she continues to shape the future of media while championing excellence, empowerment, and societal growth. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, please rise on your feet and with a rousing ovation welcome our next keynote speaker, Mrs. Adedoja Allen. You can make that applause a bit better. Thank you.
Thank you. Please, you may be seated. Thank you. Good morning. You all look amazing, by the way. Ready to take on your next level, isn't it? Thanks for having me. The Chartered Institute of Sales and Customer Service Management. It's my pleasure to be here today. I've been having back-to-back speaking engagements. The Lord is my strength. All right, so I like my topic, which is delivering exceptional customer experience in the digital age. And I'm going to go a little bit away from what Edgar talked about. I believe that, can we have some quiet, just a bit of a quiet in the house, please? Thank you. I believe that we're all trying to build no successful salesperson or no successful business person can ever be that successful without your customers. Let's get it. In Nigeria today, our focus has shifted away from customer satisfaction. That's why I said, let's tell ourselves the hardcore truth so that we can change the narrative, okay, so that we can rebuild what has been broken. They are very big on it. And that's why you can see that they're a developed country. Things work, things move, there's success, there's progress, and the likes of it. service person. Oh, you treat the customers better. I'll come and lay my complaint at you. I will tell you how I feel. And they will know that. They know that I'm going to deal with that customer issue. Now, let's start, before I go into the real deal, let's talk about the customer. Your customer is the heartbeat of your business. Please, I want us to realize that without the customer, you are not in business. They are not just transactions. It's not about swiping, because if you please one customer, that customer will tell how many others, a couple, and then it starts to. Service to the customer, whoever the customer may be. Please know your customer. If someone walks into your company, into your shop, it could be online, it could be you have online, or you have on site, or it just could be anything that you're doing, but you offer service to that customer. You need to know who your customer is. Understand your customers' preferences and their behaviors. Nowadays, which is what they asked me to talk about in the digital age, people feel that because it is Instagram or social media, they can be badly behaved. I have a witness in the house. Customer service is customer service across. It doesn't matter where. Leave your name, love your footprints. Anywhere you're offering that service, leave your name and your footprints, whether online, whether on site. Think about, Yorubas have this adage that says that, I don't know how to, I really can't remember, but the Yoruba people will help me, where they say, where the mouth gets to, the leg cannot get to, there's something like that. So, it is that feedback that helps your business, either makes your business or mars your business. Makes your reputation or mars your reputation. The second thing I want us to talk about is have a mentality of a customer-centric approach. Put your customers at the forefront of your business decisions. I want us to drum this in very well. We talk about making money, selling, bottom line, turnover. If one customer is not happy, I'm very good at it. If you make that she's selling, or our goods are cheap or affordable, our customer service experience is fantastic. If you lace an introduction with that the person has affordable business, the person knows what they are doing, the blah, this, you talk about it, and you lace it with, and the customer service experience is fantastic. The person will gravitate more towards that person, isn't it? In building your relationships with your customer, build loyalty as well. Let your customer be loyal to you. Be loyal to your customer, and in return, your customer will be loyal to you. Deliver value. What I mean by value is meet and exceed the expectations of your customers. There's something about exceeding their expectations. Let's leave this room doing something different. I always say something about myself. I'm valuable. They talk about, nobody's indispensable, the blah, the mouth. Sometimes I feel I'm indispensable, if that makes sense. But in order not to sound like I'm a proud person, I'll say I'm valuable. Anybody that I come across, any human being that has contact with me, I must deliver value into the life of the person. One way or the other. I'll look at what you're doing. I'll proffer solutions on how to make you do it better, make you look better, make you make money. Have you looked at this? Have you looked at that? I will encourage you. By the time we have a conversation, I'm going to leave you with value when we're living apart in ways. Value to your customer. Value is even beyond the naira and the kobo or the dollars. Value. Exceptional. That customer will cherish that extra hot towel. I call value extra hot towel. Where people are doing things. So I'll give you a few other examples. My husband used to work or had a chauffeur company that he uses, right? So when he hires them to take his clients, maybe from the airport or whatever, that company would have water, hot towels at the back. The acknowledged thing, to make the customer feel like a king. That is an extra value. Majority of us do business like it's business as usual. Take your business a notch higher. And how would you take your business a notch higher? By the way you deliver value and your customer experience to your customer. The fact that A and B do it this way, they sell it on Instagram, they tell me to post, the same way, one-way traffic, everybody going this way, go in this direction. Go in that direction. And let your motive or your intention be that I'm here to deliver value to that customer. Now, sometimes we do everything that we do and that customer doesn't buy, right? And we're discouraged and we feel, with all that I did, all my sales tactics and the way, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. If one person does not buy, 20 others will buy. 20 others will come and patronize you for being consistent in that delivery of customer service or value to your customers. The next thing is to treat your customers as king, like I did say. You make your customer feel very important, like a king. So you know that you know their worth, you know their value. You appreciate your customer. Your customer is this. My customer is that. My customer. Even the customer will be tired. He will not want to disappoint you. Are you understand what I'm trying to say? Your customer will want to disappoint you because you have put them right at, like, no, I can't say no to Doja. I can't, with all this thing that she has done, I must buy. Correct? Because You see, if we don't get, I work in radio, right? And if I offer free advertising slots to everybody in this room today now, and I say, okay, I want to be magnanimous and generous, and I offer you free advertising slots, and it makes your business, it brings in money, and you are buzzing. Without this key foundation, are you going to be able to sustain what I've done for you? Okay, we do advertising in the month of March. Maybe give an example of a business, something you're selling here or whatever you're selling. And we talk on the radio. We bang. Radio, we know how to do it. When somebody approaches me and they want me to work on their media, or just give them advertisement on the radio. When I finish, that person comes back thanking me and saying, "Oh, you did this, you did this," because I know how to be strategic about using it to push a business. But my point is, when we have succeeded in pushing the business, how are you able to continue to sustain what we have built with bad customer service? Terrible customer behavior. Yeah, the one, no, not your customer. Terrible customer behavior. And then you now expect that height that you have gone to will continue. No, it won't. It will drop. So, when we build to that place, it is your customer experience. It is what you give to your customer that sustains your business at that height. Your customer is king. Your customer is right. Your customer is like your God. If you know what I mean, with a small G, not big G. Your customer is everything, your business. It doesn't matter what you do. Whether you're in real estate, whether you sell properties, whether you sell cars, you sell clothes, name it. That customer service experience is very key. Now let's talk about delivering that experience in this digital age with the above in mind that that we've talked about. Okay. How many people sell on Instagram, social media? How many people sell here? Okay, a couple, not a lot. Okay, not a lot. I didn't even profile the room. So where your majority of your sales are where? In your shops? Where? On site, offline, online, right? When you say offline, what do you mean? Yes, basically they walk into your shop. Oh, I see. All right. And so just very few online. So I like the fact that it's even majority of the people here are on site. So the first part of my speech focused on you on site or offline, the way you described it, people. Whereby people walk into your stores, right? And conduct business with you. They walk into your stores. Sometimes they recommend you to the next person, and then you get a phone call, and the person says, "Oh, so and so person just did business with you. I also want the same thing." Something like that, right? Referrals and referrals and referrals. Okay. Now let's talk about the ones in the digital age. Social media is also another place that people hide their identities. You don't know the identity of who is selling. You don't even know whether they can be trusted. You see a very nice dress. I bought a couple of things on social media that I feel like crossing that person after I've received it. So, the other day, I saw a brand, beautiful clothes, and then I reached out to the lady and I said that I want to buy, some clothes, but I forgot to ask her if it was made in Nigeria or it was brought in from Turkey. I just looked at it and I loved it and I said, "Oh, this is very nice." So I ordered. Okay, follow my gist. So I ordered through WhatsApp, and By the time I clocked, I'm like, okay. I didn't ask this person if they made this clothes in Nigeria. So I went back to WhatsApp and I said, are your dresses made in Nigeria or brought in from Turkey or, wherever they bring in clothes from? She went mute. As soon as she went mute, Azano answered my question. What's the answer? But, ladies and gentlemen, shouldn't matter if it is made in Nigeria. Shouldn't she boldly tell me it is tailor-made for you? It's not the way you advertise it that I will buy it. Ready-made, please, who are the people in fashion? Who are the clothes makers? What are the lines? Ready to wear, bespoke. Borrow me all the words. That even me, I'll just send, I'll be like, oh, okay, all right, ma'am, and I'll be looking forward to it, all right? But guess what? The fact that she went mute, I already knew that, first, it was made in Nigeria. Second, it was going to be badly. Do you get it? The fact that she went mute. So, okay. So I received it in maybe about a week. And boy, oh boy, was I disappointed. No. Was I disappointed in my... No, I wasn't. My point is, I wasn't disappointed in my expectations. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? The clothes were poorly made. And that's what we are saying. The fact that it is made in Nigeria does not mean that it should be poorly made. No. Some made in Nigeria cloth makers, or how do you people call yourselves? Fantastic. Fantastic. I went for a speaking engagement yesterday and I was wearing an Ankara skirt suit. And everywhere I went after that, where did you make this from? Where did you make this from? Who is your tailor? Let me take your picture. Let me take your picture. Is that not made in Nigeria? We have that mentality as well. Let's change it. So what if it is made in Nigeria? Can you not be a made in Nigeria that is exporting abroad? Anyway, so back to that story. So we like gist. So then I now went back to give her the feedback. I said, Madam, those clothes are badly made. I said, poorly made. I said, it was a case of what I saw versus what I... Thank you. But I tell you, in fairness, I didn't even mean any harm. I just wanted to give her the feedback. In fairness. I mean, the media, I know what the power of the media, I know what I can do if I really wanted to pull down the business. So I gave her the feedback. Clearly, she didn't like it. So by the time I went back, it was on WhatsApp. I saw that she had deleted her response to me. So maybe she just gave me one bad or get out or, kind of. It didn't matter to me. It didn't matter to me. I considered going on Instagram to drop a comment and keep dropping comment, but I just said, Doja, you know what? Let it go. She has lost a customer. And she has probably lost 10 others because I will spread the bad news. So where am I? What am I trying to say? Let's build businesses, whether on-site, whether online, that will leave a legacy for us. I want us to have a change of mindset. There are many businesses in Nigeria, we can do a poll here, that have died. And we can think about it across board, across the room. And the reason why the business died is the Nigerian factor. What is the Nigerian factor? Poor customer service. We can think about so many businesses. I worry. Nigerians start a business, is thriving, is booming. Everyone is going towards that business. You know, we are very good at that. Something opens now. People are mouthing it. This is the latest popcorn seller in town. This is the latest cinema in town. This is the latest one thing. And we're all gravitating towards that thing. And before we know it, I don't know what I get into our head. I'm not sure. Please help me. And then we start to lose the steam. The owner of the business takes his eyes off the business. Money is entering. That's why, you know, when I started, money is entering. You are receiving the alerts. You are hearing the paka, 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 paka. You are happy about it, neglecting the weightier matters, which is how to sustain the business. Business sustainability in this country or anywhere is hinged on your customer service. Is hinged on how successful, or rather how happy your customer is. When you start a business, say you start a business in 2026, for example, and it's doing well. You have your business model. You have your strategy. It's working. You know, everything is well put together. Your goods, your services, your products, everything nicely done. And you're making money, and you know, customers are happy, customer satisfaction 2026, and you maintain that consistently for the next 10 years. Tell me if that business will die. Except if village people are behind it. Consistently. You look at your year one numbers. You are happy about your turnover. I'm happy about this. At the end of the year, December, I made 100 million naira profit. Excellent. Replicate why and what you did to make you make that 100 million naira. Why would you drop your quality? Why would you drop the winning formula that got you there? When you make 100 million in year one and you double your efforts, build around your customer satisfaction. By year two, the MC is already waiting for me. By year two, you double your profit. By year three, you triple it, you know, and you continue like that. Honestly, in 10 years, in 15 years, in 20 years, you are delivering consistently value, customer-centric, customer focused, quality, name it, consistently for the next 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and then you live a business of legacy. You live a business that your customers are everywhere talking about you, saying it to the next person, and recommending you to other people. I think that I have touched on all my points here, so I think I can round up. So I'm just going to leave you with this. Moving on. Remember or realize that your customer is king. Treat your customer as king. Try it. Remember this conference and say even to your customer, you are my boss. You are king. You are important to me. You are valuable to me. I appreciate you. Without you, I'm not in business. Without, things to make them know that you're appreciative of them. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for having me.
Please, if you're putting your hands together for how you can make it better and louder and louder and louder. Thank you very much. So much to take out of that session. So much to take out of that session. Putting yourself in your customer's shoes. Putting yourself in your customer's shoes. And while she was speaking, I was just thinking that this applies to every part of human life except one particular business in our country. There is one organization, if they begin to do customer service, we will be very afraid. Police station. If for no reason the police becomes very friendly to you, you should be afraid, right? It's set up. This is the only country where the police have targets. Right. The only nation in the world where the customs, police, army have targets. Army, are you in the army? Sir, speak for yourself. Army don't have targets. If I want to come back here with 2 army officers tomorrow, would they come for free? They're not supposed to. Let's close the service. So, don't quote me. I don't know people like Uncle Edgar. If you carry me now, my parents, I don't know. So, one more time, let's put our hands together for our last keynote speaker. That was excellent, excellent. That's when you hear a customer person talking from the heart. They don't need slides, they don't need any notes. They're talking, pouring from their experience. We're going to go right into our panel session. And I have on the panel session Mr. Joseph Edgar. Please put your hands together for him. He's going to be back on stage. We're going to have back Mrs. Adedoja Allen joining us back on stage. And I'm also going to have Dr. Steve Akadiri join us on stage. I'm going to quickly read out his profile. Dr. Steve Olufemi Akadiri is a distinguished management professional and a thought leader with a proven track record of excellence across multiple industries, including insurance, pensions, media, and event management. He currently serves as head of branch operations at Capital Express Assurance Company Limited, where he drives operational efficiency, customer-centric strategies, and branch performance optimization. He's an excellent speaker, seminar leader, and facilitates numerous high-level development seminars for both public and private sector organizations. Please let's welcome Dr. Steve Olufemi Akadiri. Anyway, I also want to welcome, please welcome, ma'am. Please round of applause for Mrs. Adedoja Allen. I also have Dr. Yesterday Abiodun Oyetayo. She is the Managing Consultant and Chief Executive Officer at SOEYA Consult, a foremost insurance training and advisory firm. She's a lawyer, seasoned insurance executive, and respected industry strategist with over 30 years of distinguished experience in Nigeria's insurance sector. A former head of Department of Insurance at Lagos State University, Lagos, Nigeria. She also serves as the pioneer rector for the College of Insurance and Financial Management, Nigeria. Please put your hands together one more time for her. She's a highly sought after facilitator, thought leader, and regularly leads executive workshops, strategic dialogues on insurance governance, regulation, financial inclusion, and market development. I also want to quickly recognize the presence of our workshop participants, members and non-members of the Institute, and also our virtual participants. Now, to facilitate this panel session is Oluwatobi Sani, SOS. Please put your hands together for Oluwatobi Sani.
Please put your hands together for everyone here. Celebrate them. They might be your customer. You better celebrate them. Adedoja Allen was saying your customer is king, so celebrate them. Any of them could be your customer tomorrow. And then please, before we continue, you want to take these moments to celebrate yourself again. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. So we move quickly into the panel session, and then it's a privilege to be here with everyone here, every panelist here. My first question is going to be directed to Adedoja Allen. Right, I overheard while you were speaking, and then you said something about organizations, businesses in Nigeria might die, or many of them begin, and after a while they just fizzle out. Some of them fizzle out, and one of the major issues is the fact that customer experience is not given that priority. So I want to ask you, what do you think, what is the difference between an organization that is just merely offering transactions, closing the transaction, right, as compared to an organization that is customer-centric as regards the experience, right? Now, the question again, what is the difference between an organization that is just providing a service, right, selling the products, and that is all, right, as compared to an organization that has a strategy that is focused on customer experience, delivering excellent customer experience?
Thanks, Toby. The difference is going to be the sustainability of the business, because when we realize that the success of our business is hinged on customer service or customer relationship, then you will look beyond just selling, like you said, or transactions. You look beyond that and ensure that you incorporate a lot more about ensuring that your customer is satisfied. Because if you know that your customer is the backbone of your business, if you don't have a customer, why are you in business? So it's beyond the transactions. The customer, like I will say many times, is the king of the business. The customer is the backbone of any business. It doesn't matter the industry that we are. The customer is what sets the business.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you. My next question, we'll still maybe touch a bit on this question later on. My next question is to Duke of Shomolu, Joseph Edgar. Right, I believe the very first time we met, I'd wanted to ask you this question, so it's just a privilege to ask it since we're discussing in line. The very first time we met, you're speaking as to, when we talk about customer experience, you're speaking as to the person representing the organization and not just the organization itself, meaning the RM or the sales manager as it is. And then you spoke hugely about getting rid of your fears that day. You spoke about knowledge. Now, I believe I want you to touch a bit again about the company has an efficient customer experience strategy, but this sales manager, what is my role in imputing myself into that efficient strategy or system that the company has? Or in situations when the company does not have, the company is highly transactional, they are pushing you to go and get your targets, pushing you to go and meet your budget and all, and then your line manager and all. So what role do I play as regards ensuring that I am able to still offer that excellent customer experience, right, despite that I have a target to chase?
Hello? Okay, so that question is very long. So as you're asking, I think maybe this is where I'll come, you continue where I'll come, you continue where I'll come. So I'm confused. Just shorten it.
All right, so you spoke hugely, trying to continue your discussion the other day. I believe you remember when you're speaking about your fear, the role your personal fears plays towards you becoming a better RM. Right now, looking at the fact that, okay, let me ask only in this regard. My company is transaction based, right? The only thing they are concerned about is the transaction, the products, get the money, meet your targets. However, I want to deliver that high, excellent customer experience. I want to get rid of my fears and still be excellent at what I do. So what role do my personal perception, or what steps and strategies do I take personally to ensure that I go beyond the systems and limitations of the company and still give that excellent customer experience?
Okay, so when I started talking this morning, I talked about how the landscape has changed. So before, the HR person in the organization is looking for a fit in the person that she wants to engage. But now, I think that person, the RM, should also be looking for a fit if that person is fit for that company. Are you getting me now? Yeah. So if your natural proclivation is somebody who is more of a risk taker, you're more eccentric, you're pushing for things that are more relationship driven, you certainly will have no business going to work in an organization that doesn't look at those ethos you get in driving their sales force, because there will definitely be a disconnect. So just save yourself the trouble you get and don't go for the job there. So the beautiful thing about the whole thing is that when we started working, the HR was king. Do you get? Because the marketplace was supply was much more than demand. So the HR had the luxury of saying, no, I want this, I don't want this, I want that. Now it's changed now. So that person is now king. The HR is now more afraid of that human capital because of the incidence of one, people leaving the country. Two, the culture of the younger people who are no longer, who define how they want to to progress with their careers. You know, a long time ago, you wouldn't dare say, I want to come to work twice a week. They're not born you. But now, you determine how you want to go. So, if you sit down as a person, which sits what my own position about knowing who you are, do you get me now? What drives me? Where am I going to as a person? So that's you looking at the labor landscape and saying, this company fits my person. That company does not fit my person. Do you get it? So, and go to where it fits you, as against going to where it does not fit you. So it's just save yourself the stress, save the company the stress, and just look for a match yourself.
All right. Okay.
What Edgar has talked about. So in a nutshell, what you were to add to it, what you were trying to say is that people separate transactions and customer service experience. That's what you're saying, because they are running after the transaction, forgetting that customer experience is very key. I'm sure you can feel my passion over this topic. I've been beaten many times by this bad customer service that I make it an issue anywhere I go to. You are not doing me a favor. Where I bank, my main bank, I have plenty accounts, but you know, there's a main bank. They must have changed my RM. I can't remember. I don't know how many times. Because I will complain. So you shouldn't separate that you're asking me for deposits from the kind of beautiful, lasting experience and service that you're going to give me for banking with you. Don't separate it. Make me happy. Make me comfortable as a customer. And honestly, this is not because we're only high net worth or whatever they put us, okay? The other day I was going to take out some money from the bank, Forex. So I now said, I don't have to. You know, the one they will tell you must come to the bank. Why must I come to the bank? Make life easy for me. I don't have to come to the bank. That's why I'm your customer. Walk around me. All right? So I called them and I said, I'm going to send my driver to come and take some money from my account. I know that it's, you know, in the other currency. And the person has said, okay, send him. So the guy got to the teller and the girl was trying to be funny. I said, madam, this is me you're speaking to. I'm the customer. I'm saying give him the money. Don't make you know how we'll just make things so difficult. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. You make things unnecessarily difficult for the customer. There's no need. We're here to serve. That's the first thing you should know. I'm asking for your deposit. I'm asking for, but I would also serve you and make life easy for you. Why must I come to the bank at all times? Why must, you know, so I can go on and on. So it is because we separate it. You feel because it is transactional, then it's not okay. There's no need for that person to be satisfied or for you to serve that. No. They go together. If I'm happy, I will drop. If I'm not happy, I will take back my money. It's very simple.
Thank you so much for that. Please, should you have any questions in the house? Yes, if you have any questions in the house, we're willing to take your question. Right, please let me start from you. Can I get an extra mic? Is there a provision for an extra mic? Okay.
Thank you. My name is Ibrahim Ajao. I'm a sales manager in Camsteel Integrated Company Limited. I just want to buttress on what you have said. I say that you have a lot of passion, but I think where the problem is actually coming from is most organizations today are removing what is called the professional aspect in BI and sales. You know, the business we just tell the salesperson, go and bring money. Today now, we hardly see salespeople having good KPIs. Customer retention should be a very core KPI. Why they should query you, why are you losing that customer? And you must come with a very, very good feedback, reason why that customer is leaving you. So customer retention, how many customers are you inheriting? None must drop. If anyone is dropping, perhaps there must be a very good reason, maybe debt or something that can, but these days, guys, salespeople look for any way to get money to the business. Once it figures accounting, and the business doesn't mind. So that's the reason why you see most salespeople go anywhere to look for money, and they don't care about customer satisfaction. So once that is there, and repeat sales becomes very important. Once a customer buys from you as a salesperson, and you know that customer must buy again, that is where growth also comes in. If you sell, if you bring in 1 billion naira this month, next month there must be another growth. There must be at least, if I give my sales rep or sales executive a double-digit target to growth, that it will sing in the head of that guy that, look, I'm a professional. That person that gave me 100 million last month must give me 110 million this month. So with that, you see that culture. It's because we have removed that professional aspect in sales management. So I will also encourage the Institute to also see how we can, in part of our lectures and teachings, we should remind ourselves that we are professionals. We are not just salespeople. Anybody cannot just do our job. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that.
Can we take a lady?
Yes.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, sorry, next person.
Sorry, please, before
Can we take numbers? Can we take
numbers?
Can we take numbers of those who are taking questions so we don't exceed the numbers?
Please,
so you're number
one
2.
of our panelists before the next person.
Number 3, number 4. So 2 men, 2 women. Please, for time's sake.
Okay, Emmanuel, Ibrahim, thank you so much. One of the things we've shared at the level of the Institute, saying that we are core professionals, is the fact that we need to be emphatic and consistent. We were together all through the night yesterday. I wonder if you're with us. And we were saying to ourselves, as core professionals in sales, we need to go an extra mile to prove to that person that it's still the same product, bearing the same name, wearing the same identity, and you being the ambassador of that product have not changed in any bit in your empathy, in your respect, in your consistency, and in your ability to ensure that your customer remains as happy and excited as he or she should be. So we must take this message back, that the Institute is saying we are shifting, like you said, from transactional to experiential in sales. We are no longer saying go and sell and bring the money. We are saying to you, go and start a relationship that will last longer than even your customer can imagine. We said yesterday, you be the salesperson, not a salesperson. That in any decision they want to take anywhere, you are the first to be called. They will say, go and call Ibrahim. They may not even remember your product. And that way, your brand remains consistent. Thank you. So we'll move on.
All right. Okay. The next person.
Thank you. My name is Oluwadamlola Phillips, and I just want to ask a question for Mr. Edgar. Thank you for that beautiful section. Ma, you did very well too. And from your experience, I could pick some things that has really also happened to me realistically. And I picked a point where you said we should sell humanity, right? And not just the product, not just the service. We should be customer-centric. And I see something, as a salesman, you are the brand yourself. You might choose to sell biscuits today. You might leave biscuit company and go to sell MTN tomorrow, right? So what keeps you going and gives you an edge is the relationships you've built and your brand, how you've presented yourself. That is why you can come to this person and say, oh, now I'm here. Come and buy what I'm selling. And they won't even look at you twice. You were at so place before. Now my question, you said something about humanity. I'm being given a target to sell a product, and I'm meeting a customer. You said I should check the needs of that customer, not just about, oh, I've met this person, I want to sell to you. So I work with Sun King as an area business manager. We sell inverters, renewable solar systems. And now I work to you. I want to sell my inverter to you. And Maybe you have the money, it's affordable for you, you are rich, fine. But now maybe while discussing, something came up, and I'm trying to does this man really need this thing? Like, he has 24 hours light supply. Does he need a backup? Which that's where I come in. And I'm trying to sell humanity, right? I'm trying to sell my product and at the same time check your need. Do you really need it? But at the back end, I have a target to meet. So now how do I balance this? I'm not to sell. I'm to be humane in whatever I do. Please, how do I balance meeting my target and also trying to help people? Do you get? It's somehow confusing. It's easier to say, right? It's easier to say. But at the field, sometimes we want to be your friend, we want to advise you. But at the back end also, I know that I have a target. So even when you don't need this product, at that moment, sir, I want to be humane, or you must buy. You need it, you don't need it, you must buy. So how do we balance this? Thank you.
Okay, so at the tail end of your question, you're doing like say, I think that's my fault. So you've answered your question yourself. So the trick is balance. You get it? But there's something there. You see, farming clients, farming prospects. Do you get me now? Should be a continuous 24-hour thing. So you're building your network. You are building it continuously. Do you understand? Like I told you now that I have 10,000. It could be more. Do you get it? So when your this side of your business, which is farming is growing, then you won't be under pressure to start forcing madam to buy inverter that she does not need. Are you getting me? Now, because if you keep pushing something to her that she doesn't need, you become toutish. She stops taking your call. Do you get me now? But because you have a very rich inflow of prospects coming in on a daily, you see, you must be entrepreneurial. The trick is to be entrepreneurial. You detach yourself from your business, detach yourself from what you're trying to achieve, and ask yourself some very, very important questions. Do you get me now? What's my strategy? Where do I find the people that will need me? What kinds of people will need me? Even those who have inverters. That's even true. I was even thinking about buying a bottle of wine for my inverter person. That's true. I don't know how you guys even survive. So this guy does inverter for me, and for the last 3-4 years, I don't get a problem. So I'm wondering, how is he feeding? You get? So at the end of the day, it's still in that relationships. Do you get me now? If you have a very rich, deep pool, do you get, of contacts, do you get, somehow, you start getting, people will start calling you. You don't even have to go. But the most important thing in this whole world is not to strain whatever relationships you have with somebody because you are under pressure. It's very, very important. Learn how to walk away. Learn how to walk away from your job. Learn how to walk away from relationships. You get, in fact, you do not consider yourself a successful person if there are things you can't walk away from. Are you getting now? If there are things you can't walk away from, then you're not successful. Do you get me now? So you answered your question yourself. Balance is very key. Do you get? And after balance is your ability to keep farming. And and your dress is very beautiful.
Can you take it from there, beautiful woman, that Edgar can actually open up his network for you if you establish a good relationship with him? I don't need it, but I can introduce 5 of my friends because you are my reliable friend. Thank you.
I'm of a different school of thoughts. I've had a lot of experience in this buying and selling business. And I have bought things that I won't say I don't need. I didn't think I needed it until that person came to sell value to me. Do you understand? So there's the way and manner of approach and presentation Even if they give you targets, if they give you a target, it doesn't matter. That's one side. The transactional. How do you meet that target? You are the one that will bring yourself into meeting that target. You know when they say they sell ice to the Eskimo? You read about it. Eskimo don't need ice, but they are selling it. It's like selling water to fish. Do you see what I mean? So, I bought things that I won't say I didn't need. I didn't think I needed it at that time. Until when the person now came and made that beautiful pitch to me, and I saw it from this angle, and the person was so professional, nice, soft-spoken, well-mannered, well-spoken, articulated it well, showed me, I like it, I want.
Okay, thank you very much. I think I need to join the discourse here. There's never an excuse for mis-selling. What you're about to do is mis-selling. And you see, when you mis-sell the first time, you betray trust. And remember, to build loyalty and customer relationship, you need to build trust. You need to put yourself in the position of that person. I remember the last time I was here for another induction, I did talk about you being a hunter or a farmer as a salesperson. A hunter is a short-term person. He just wants to get the money out and get out. A farmer will cultivate relationship. It is better to be honest to say, this is what I sell. The way I look at you may not really need it, but can you introduce me to some other people? Your honesty alone will build a kind of trust in you. And I remember that these days, our Edgar did talk about, Mr. Edgar, did talk about our reality has changed. Consumers are becoming more aware. And when they want to buy something, they compare. Not only do they compare, they also want you to be transparent with them and be responsive. And when they finish buying, they want to share the experience, like she said. So if you do all that with selling, somebody is going to be speaking out about it, and it will affect your brand as a person. I like the fact that you say you as a salesman, you're a brand. And then it will also affect the brand of the organization you represent. And remember what Edgar said. You are not tied to one company. You must be such that you can move from different companies to another. Customer experience is how you feel from the minute they get in touch with you till they're able to consume your products. And every time they meet you is a touch point. You want to create a lasting experience. As a matter of fact, your competitors can copy your product. They can copy your technology. They can never be able to copy the customer experience from you. So is a strategy, is a business model. So when you look at it from that point of view, that this customer experience is my business strategy, it's my competitive edge. It's what sets me apart. And then we can do with technology. Technology without human touch at times brings about problems for your customers. So I just want to stop here.
Yes, let's also build on what Mrs. Allen said. She said something at closing. She said, I have Oriki for my customers. You are my king. Yeah. Is the customer the king? Is the customer not the king? The customer is the king. I'm here because of you. This is why I work. This is what I do every day. Going an extra mile to delight. The word is delight your customer. Is having consistent sales and keeping an experience that will remain remarkable, enjoyable, and consistent for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's jam our hands together for that. Finally, the president of the institute wants to say something. Dr. Farish, please come forward. Is there a mic there?
I have a mic here. Hold on. I have a mic.
Actually, thank you very much for all we've been contributing. My intervention is a reflection. It's going to be on what the lady said about targets and the eagerness to meet targets. A professional, I always say, is not somebody who knows it all, but it's somebody who is able to get solution to problems or challenges when they arise. And the solution may not be directly within you. That's the essence of networking with your colleagues and peers and other professionals across the board. But we have seen a lot of managers that are so docile. When they hit the rock on the road, they stay there crying. And they fail to make use of the feedback loop, reporting what their experiences are on the field back to the management for possible change of strategies or tactics. So, in order to help yourself, don't put yourself under undue pressure, like Edgar said. Don't say, I don't have a choice. You are not a successful person if you don't have a choice. In fact, when they talk about development, they are talking about availability of choices. So, my response once again to that is, when they give you targets and along the way you find other things the competitors are doing to beat you, report it back to your management to go back to the drawing board and also change their strategy and tactics. But if you don't give them enough information, you'll be dying in silence. And as soon as you are dead, your major entitlement after your severance allowance is 1 minute silence. And may that not be our portion. So please, target or no target, give a feedback on possible ways of improving your way of doing things to match up with the competitive environment that you find yourself. So many organizations are folded up because this is the way we used to do it. This is the way we used to do it. When they are within the environment, there are other ways of doing it. A digital, an analog organization in the digital environment is already backward. So let them learn to take it. Edgar, I was going to ask somebody, what is Edgar doing now? He's leveraging on his credibility, the goodwill he has built over time, and also the digital environment. So please, target or no target, you also need to help your management on how to meet the target under the new modern environment. Thank you very much.
We have quite, this conversation is very engaging. We're getting questions both from the online participants and from those in the room. Please, I would like to beg the moderator and our participant that can we take a few more questions? All right. So we have about 6. Now it's increasing. We had about 6 people lifted up their hands. We can only take 3 for now. But can I take this one from one online participant? This person is asking, how do I exceed the customer's expectation when I am constrained by regulations guiding my operations of customer expectations? So maybe this is something that has to do with regulations. Maybe the customer is not aware that regulations would not allow me to do what he's asking. This is just what I have. But let me take one question from here. Apart from this one, just take one more. Then I'll come back.
Okay. Let me answer this one. So, the question was, how do you do what again? When you are constrained by regulations, how do you do it? Okay, so that's why I decided to take this question is because of the aviation industry. The aviation industry is highly regulated. Oh my God. From the moment you enter the airport to when you land at the other side, you are only free from the regulation when you have passed the gate, when you are going inside Uber. You get. But if you take airline A, airline B, let's even call names because nobody can beat me here. If you take, if you take Air Peace and you take Value Jet or Ibom Air, the difference is very clear. Within the same regulatory environment. Do you get? I once went to Ekiti for a meeting. On my way back, And my flight, no, I was going to Ekiti. I took airpiece from Lagos and landed in Ilorin. I'm like, how did this plane going to Ekiti suddenly land in Ilorin? The people in Ilorin on the ground were not expecting the plane, so they had nothing to tell me. So anyway, Joshua, we ended up in Ekiti. Then on my way back to Lagos, you take a drive from Ekiti to Akure and then take the flight. On the Sunday morning, I got to Akure Airport, empty, nobody. So I had to come back by road. But the guys on the ground in Akure, the airpiece people, had nothing to say to me. Now, Ibome, you start getting apologies hours before that time. You start getting explanations. You get smiles. You get, did you enjoy the flight? How are you? And I'm not a very good flyer, so any small turbulence, I'm asking, are we going down? And then the woman explained it to me. Next time, try to sit in the front of the plane because the turbulence is not that. So within that very strict regulatory environment, you can still see some form of, unlike the other ones where like, don't disturb me, let me concentrate and things like that. You get, but all of that still boils down on the person. You get, so there's only so much that the organizer can do in terms of trainings and all of that. But that person who genuinely loves people, you get, I've taken flights where the air hostess notices. I've not even said anything to her, but she knows you're a bad flyer. Do you get? So she comes to you and says, oh, it's going to be turbulent. Do you get? It's going to be turbulent. When we were coming back, it was turbulent, but don't worry. Do you get? I will come and hold your hand at some point. And I'm looking at her, I'm like, are you a witch? Do you get? How do you know? And honest to God truth, as the thing starts to shake, she's rushing to me. I say, hold me, oh. And she's holding me. But the other airlines, do you get? The way you see the person's face, you're just on your own. You even try. So, importantly, you get the difference between an average salesperson and an excellent salesperson is you. Is what you are as a person. Thank you.
Sorry, let me come with a different perspective from what Mr. Edgar said. I come from the insurance industry, and there's a lot of financial services. There's a lot of movement of funds, and there are regulations around how much you can move, like the anti-money laundering stuff and whatever. So sometimes you cannot, because you want to be a good salesperson, flout the law. You still need to act within the ambit of the law. So you are trying to please your client does not mean you now put yourself into trouble. Take your time to say, honestly, I would have loved to do this, but this is what the law says. I would need to do this in order to do this for you. Be very clear. Be transparent. Don't dodge it and say, let me talk to my Oga. You already know what your Oga will tell you, because it's an illegal thing. The law does not allow it. No matter how much you want to please your customer, be bold enough to say, this is what the law says. My hands are tied. I can't do this. Rather than even propose it, say, let me talk to my Oga, because you don't want to hit the nail on the head. But it's better you deal with it there. Let him know that whatever your word is your bond. It's part of you building trust.
All right, it would be nice to take two questions at once. I'll start with the lady, then I'll go to the army officer. So please come. All right, we'll start with you, then we'll take two questions at once so we can attend to everyone. Please come.
Okay, thank you very much. Amazing submissions so far and different school of thoughts, but I believe that two truths can coexist. Actually, I have questions for both of you, Mr. Edgar. So, based on the experience you shared about when you confronted your MD to say, where are your numbers, blah, 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 just because you think that they're giving you high targets. But as a staff, right, as a professional, at what point do you draw the line between being unruly and being confident just because you're trying to say, oh, I think what you're giving to me is too much? How do you review it? Where do you draw the line? Or how do you do it such that you're not seen as being unruly or insubordination, right? And then you're able to do it maybe with in a better approach. Because again, your relationships that you're leveraging should not be to always put you out of trouble through being unruly. One day, the people that you're going to every time saving you will say, okay, is it the only one? Or why is it always doing this? Or what can it do differently? So where do you draw that line? That's for you, sir. Then for you, ma, she kind of answered my question a bit. But when you mentioned about the teller that didn't want to pay your driver FX, like she rightly said, right, in the banking ecosystem, there are processes and procedures. And one of the things that protect us are those regulations, which we communicate to customers from the point of onboarding. We have all those terms and conditions, but of course, Nigerians, we don't like to read. And we always like to say, do what I want, which was what you did by saying, give my driver the FX, even though she cannot just give you that FX because there are conditions and there are, prerequisites. So at what point now, let me assume, or let's flip it that you're not a customer. How do you get to communicate, if you were the teller, right, to the customer, another you now, that based on the set down rules or we are trying to protect your account, I can't do this to you. So how do you balance it such that in as much as you're protecting yourself, also protecting the customer, because the lady is protecting you. Anybody can impersonate your driver, right? We can forge your signatures and get away with the money, and you still hold the bank responsible for not protecting you. So where is that balance? At what point do you also understand as a customer that they're trying to protect me, not just being difficult to me? Thank you.
So let's just take the second question real quick.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. I'm trying to debunk what he said. My name is Mbalisike Samuel. I am the HR business partner for Amozi West Africa. Retired naval personnel, so that's what I was trying to clarify that his statements. So my question is this. One of my very good colleagues was inducted here. She's very good. But there are some issues I have with salespeople in my organization. I'm going to make sure that many of them come and become inductees or be inducted in this, because, I've learned one or two things, especially when it comes to process and policies. As an HR, they would say, process, you are the process owner, but not just me, it's an everybody thing. So one of the issues I always hear from salespeople is, HR, this customer is a difficult customer. I don't like hearing it. It is because if a customer wants to send a message, I'm mostly copied. And you see a customer, customers will exaggerate. But then again, you have to find your way to balance it. We always shout on emotional intelligence, that and this, that and that. That's where you can blow it up. But please, in Jesus' name, don't shout on my customer. So you need to, I want you to please help us talk about how to manage difficult customers like they say that they are difficult. That's one. Two, one of the issues I also have with some of the salespeople is upselling. So you see them, they are fixated on a particular, maybe they want to sell this and someone comes to you and says, this is what I want to buy. They don't have this perspective of upselling. What do you mean by upselling? So somebody wants to get something of 10 naira. Oh, sir, you're coming for 10 naira. Why don't you do this thing of 20 naira that could end up becoming better? It's a win-win situation. I want to hear that, yes, things are coming in. I'm not a salesperson, but these are the two things I'd like us to talk on. Thank you very much.
Please don't go. What is the definition of a difficult customer?
Okay. So everybody has his own mindset or how he can take a lot. For me, what I can take might be different from what you can take. Right? So a customer now, we have a process of sales. You have to go through the point of doing this, doing that. And the customer doesn't have that patience. He wants it immediately. And the customer is pushing you and saying, oh, get me this thing. And he's calling you every single day. And you're like, oh, how much this guy they buy? Say, why is it disturbing me? This guy is too difficult. I don't want to hear it. So when I pass and I hear, maybe because as an HR, I'll go office to office to imagine, for them to invite me to come, I'm a good HR. I'm not a bad HR. Yes, so, because everybody say don't talk to your HR, but I'm not like that. I'm a policy person. So when you are walking around and you go into offices and you hear salespeople complain, telling you that this customer is difficult, why didn't they disturb my life? Every time he's calling, how much did they buy? And I'll always emphasize, even if it's 1 naira, calm down. We are not the same. If you beat somebody, right, the way you will cry is different from the way I will. So, but what makes us better is how we can handle and manage it. So, definition of a difficult customer for you is different from the definition of a difficult customer for me. But I don't want to hear that this customer is difficult. A customer is a customer. Thank you very much.
Do you mind if I say something? Yes, sir. All right, sir.
Can we all pay attention, please? Can we all pay attention?
As an industry, we are bothered. And as professionals, we keep training ourselves and putting ourselves right. To us, we look at it as objections, not being difficult. We'll tell you that there are 1,001 objections you expect out there, even if you're a rookie salesperson. Don't expect your client to smile at you at the first instance. Yesterday at the session, we said, who is a leader? In Yoruba parlance, what do we say a leader is? We say akiton lolori. When you now know that you are akiton, you are like a dustbin as a leader. What do? You take it off you. You'll still have that smile for them to know that you have the shock absorber and you have the enduring spirit to continue to please them. I am here for you. You are not this person who is reactive. It is not an attribute of a good salesman. You must know that. If you cannot manage your temper, you cannot sell anything. You should be willing to listen. You should be willing to bear. And you should be ready to share that last mile with that man, who at the end might end up to say, for your attitude, which is your priceless possession, I will buy from you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so your question, should I come again with your question from the lady? Said about balance between being confident and being unruly.
Unruly. So where's the young lady, please?
She's
okay. Right. Where do you work? Or what do you do? Sorry. Yeah. Which company? First Assets. That's Iconia.
Yeah. Iconia.
Iconia.
FBI Quest. Used to be IO.
Okay, Ike's my friend. I've been colleagues for a bit. Okay, so let me ask you a question very quickly now. Sit down, take a sit down. Not, you sure? Okay, be that. Now, so see, the word is not unruly. Do you get? Because there's a limit, there's a base you can't go below. Do you get? So when you use the word unruly, that means you are trying to say that someone will stand up and say, "Oh, you're a fool, you're an idiot." It doesn't happen that way. Do you get me now? But when somebody challenges power, do you get? Those who challenge power in that sense, it can come out as being unruly, especially if that person you are targeting doesn't have that professional maturity to take that challenge. Do you get me now? So when you sit down with your boss and you say to him, okay, I've done X, what have you done? So at that point, he's taking it as a confrontation. You get? As a confrontation, and then he will feel the need to wrestle you down. You get it? Because you were rude in quotes. But no. Now, I have worked with people, young people, who have challenged me. Do you get it? Yeah. So at the height of my career, I had 53 people reporting to me in sales. And I've had some of those 53 people challenge me and say, look, I couldn't do it. Can you do it? Are you getting me now? Yeah. And then I look at that person's background and I said, this is a serious salesperson. Do you get me now? And I take the challenge. That's okay. I said, let's go. Do you get it? We go there and I fail. Yeah. Yeah, I'm human. Do you understand? I say, okay, look, I've opened the door for you there. Why can't you do it? And the guy says, I've done my best. Do you get it? You go and try it. And because I have confidence in myself, because I know what I can do, I was like, you know something? I will go there. If I succeed, you won't find it funny. And I will go there and I will fail. And I will come up to him and say, not true. Are you getting me? So being unruly doesn't come in. Do you get me now? But I think the question would be is it appropriate to challenge power? Yeah, I'm saying the same thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Not all bosses or supervisors or MDs would have that maturity. So how do you balance being outspoken, being challenging without being unruly?
You see the risk. Let me tell you something. The risk in what you are saying now,
the risk in what you're saying now is that you could be defanged. Do you know what they call defanged? So when you catch a lion, please, I know. Let's
can we have one else?
This is a very, very interesting conversation. Do you get me now? Because I believe very strongly that the kinds of salespeople that we need right now are crazy people. Yeah, sure. People that will not respect convention. Because if you respect convention in the kind of environment you are right now, you just be an average person. Somebody has woken up and set up money point and take people to the cleaners. He's not a normal human being. Hello? So if you are not careful in trying to seek that balance, do you get me now? You could be defanged. So like a wild animal that you catch and you put in the zoo, you have defanged that wild animal. He's no longer a real lion as compared to the lion in the jungle. You get me now? So all of my career may have worked for me, may not have worked for me, I don't know. Because I've been sacked in 3 places. So I don't know. So I can't say I was an outright success. You get me now? But I've tried not to be defanged. Do you get it? So you speak very boldly, speak very confidently, with all respect that you can muster. Do you get me now? Be polite about it, but with the facts. Chief, you can't give me 15 billion because of A, B, C, D, F, G, H. Do you get me now? After this 15 billion, I've done 40%. Do you get it? I challenge you. You're my boss. Go and try and see if you can do 60%. He may not like it. He may like it. Let me end this conversation with Zenith Bank. You guys know Zenith Bank, have you? For the first time in the history of banking, the MD has given herself a target that's open to everybody. So there's a league table. Everybody can see that league table. And she says, this is where I am. Anybody that beats me, will not only get a promotion, but take 50 million naira home. Do you get me now? So on a weekly basis, they are holding meetings and everybody's seeing the targets. Everybody's seeing the dashboard. Everybody's seeing the MD way out. Then you see one small boy in Unicom branch. You will say, Madam, I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm going to say, be coming, huh? See if I'm waiting. It's fun. You get so the madam doesn't see it as this. I've heard that once or twice someone has taken her. A no-name person of background branch took her out. Wow. Yeah, took her out 1 quarter. And she was like, who are you? I will double up. Are you guys me now? So what happens in most cases, and listen very carefully here now, is that our systems are being led by jokers. That's always got truth. Ikonya is very well respected. I know him very well, so he's not in that category. But yes, he's not in that category. But I've been in that system for 30 years. I've seen people, when I lost my job, the first time I lost my job, I went for job interviews, you get it? And there's a panel, there's the chairman of the company, there's the MD of the company, there are 2 directors, and they're talking to me. I just talk and walk away like this. I just walk. They say, where they go? I don't go. Because there's no respect on that panel. There's no depth. Do you get it? There's no depth on that panel. Do you get me now? So when you are faced with a leader that doesn't have depth, that got there either through by go bring money, bringing money, getting that promotion, or his father is the owner of the company, or one other reason or the other, do you get me now? He gets offended when he sees fire. Because let me tell you something, that thing you call unruly is fire. It's fire. Do you get? You give me 15, I've given you 5. So what you should be telling me is, how are you going to give me 7 or 8? Have you tried here? Have you tried there? But don't call me fool. Are you getting me now? Don't come back. Don't say, are you? Because that's what they tell me those days. They say, are you for real? Is your head correct? Because you have nothing to offer, you try to bully. So when I push back, you say unruly. Do you get? Now, as a salesperson, you must have the confidence to say, you know something? I drop the mic. I go. Do you get? For you to speak to me in that manner, I've gone. Knowing fully well that you will be headhunted. You know, when I first talked, I talked about CV and headhunted. So if you are very confident, it's like, for example, like a young girl, you know, you're a beautiful young girl now. If you have 4 or 5 people looking for your trouble on the road, and you have one person here, and the man do like this, you have the confidence to tell the man that, because, do you get me now? But if you have stayed 6 months, nobody has said hello, you sit down here and be collecting the rubbish, I might be no. Are you getting it now? So, at the end of the day, build yourself. That's all. Thank you.
I was just going to say that it's not everybody that can be Mr. Edgar. If you are confident enough and you are an achiever, he's able to speak like that because he had achieved. He had a trail, a record. If you are not a record holder, go and try Mr. Edgar's model.
Well said, ma.
Okay.
Well said, ma. So that people in the room can hear.
All right. So now that Edgar mentioned, you know, when you mentioned that Zenith Bank story, Edgar, I learned that the MD's success strategy is 100% customer-centric. She is a customer-centric, focused, use all the words, person. She's very big on her customer service. And that's why you can see that she grew with the bank from, beginning to where she is today. So satisfying her customer is part of her success story. So let me answer that question. My own question, when you talked about the teller bill, I mean, I understand the policies and the boxes that you have to tick in the bank before withdrawals. I've had a friend who has had a very bad experience where someone hacked into her customer's email. So to be honest, there's really no one approach that you can consider safe, if that makes sense. So someone hacked into the customer's email and used that email to send her a message for maybe 100 million and withdraw from this account to that account. And she acknowledged that email. So when she was telling me the story, I said to her, but Bisola, even in as much as you got the email from your customer's email, why did you call your customer for another level of? So, and then she said, it's a norm, or, she shall give an example and give an excuse and allow. So what I'm trying to say is that majority of times, especially in the banking sector, they are lazy. They don't want to take it a step, a notch higher to help you, to satisfy you. They know that the bank has put in the policies and the regulations and the don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, unless you do this. But you too, take it up by helping your customer to be comfortable and help your customer to get what they want. So whatever the bank needs to be done for me to get FX in the confines of my bedroom or my living room or my office, my account officer can do it. My point is, it is not until I come to the bank that you will attend to my request. And I stand by that. This is what I mean. Do whatever you have to do. If you want me to send you an email there and then, so that email can drop in front of you and you see it, do it. If you want to speak to me, do it. There are many ways. But we are lazy, we can't be bothered. It's either you come to the bank until I see your face. No. So I try to prove that point that, no, make me happy, make me comfortable in the confines of my room or my bedroom, whatever, by obliging my request. My driver is anything you want me to do, I will do it for you to confirm that I'm the one.
One house. Can we put our hands together for them? So we're taking three questions. Can we have one house, please? Can we have one house? The panelists that are attending to your questions. So I think it will be some form of respect to just pay attention and listen carefully. We have 3 questions from this area. So we're taking the young lady there and yourself and the young man here. She has asked you a question. So can we have you, ma'am? Come forward, please. You're asking the question. Please come forward. Then, sir, please. So keep the question in less than 2 minutes, please. Straight to the point so we can wrap.
Thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to be here today. So my question goes like this. What if you are in a situation whereby you're trying to help your customer? Probably you are given a target to sell a product, and that product, your customer has it already, and the product is not selling at the customer's store. And your boss at the office is pressuring you to sell to that customer. So how do you go about that? That's my first question. Then my second question is, you're trying to recover a debt probably from a customer, and you've tried all your possible means, your relationship, everything you have with the customer, it's not still working. Your boss, so your boss at the same time has gone to that customer to recover that debt, and is also unable to recover that debt. What will you do in a situation whereby your boss is now threatening you to recover that debt? He is unable to recover. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. My question is very brief. I think when Mr. Edgar was talking, he mentioned something about outlets. So I would love you to throw more light on brands converting to outlets rather than online presence. Can you give some metrics from your wealth of experience? Maybe what metrics you have utilized in making sure other matured brands, because most brands right now, they produce. So how do maybe early stage startups decide to merge with existing brands? Can you, from your wealth of experience, give an explanation? Thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. My question is going in this direction as not as a retail salesman, but as a B2B salesperson. Now, it's not about you saying you want to impress the person you are selling to. You want to sell to a company. Now, the company has several vendors with alternatives. Number one thing you have to consider is quality. Now, I'm coming from a background where we produce to manufacturing companies. So now what they want is quality, but at the same time, the only reason they want to buy whatever quality you are giving them is your price. Now, in a situation whereby you have a set price that you must not go below this standard. Now, the customer, probably because he's getting PR or is getting some other benefits from the company, your competitor. Now, you want to sell to the person with all your being good to the person, being humane, being everything. But the company set a standard that you cannot cross. How, as a marketer, do you survive in that kind of environment? Considering that the customer wants to buy at 10 naira, your company has given you a benchmark to sell at 12 naira, and they are not willing to bend. In that kind of situation, how do you survive as a salesperson? Thank you.
Okay, so we'll start from the first question. I will just sift out. I think somehow some of those questions had been answered, right, along the line. So the first question was saying that in situation where your organization or your line manager is pressuring you to sell to a particular customer, right, what do you do knowing that the customer does not have the need, right? Though personally, I do not believe that organization might be pressuring to sell to a particular customer, and one of the reasons why Edgar was mentioning that you need to have a pool, you need to keep having prospects, but then I don't know if Ms. Yesterday might want to speak about that, but I do not believe, right, in my little years of experience, the organization will pressure you to sell to a particular customer, right? I don't know, you want to say something to that?
I found it a bit awkward as well. You want to sell to a customer who has your stock that is not moving? Or did I not get the question right? You have a stock, your stock is with your customer, the merchandise is not moving, but they want you to sell more. It's beyond you. Why is your product not moving? What are you doing to support your customer to ensure that the merchandise moves? So it is beyond you as a salesperson. Then it becomes an internal marketing strategy to see how to ensure that your products move in the market. I found it really unusual that they will insist you go and sell to someone, unless he or she has signed a contract with you that at every month you'll be getting some certain amount of products from you. If that does not exist, I don't think it's in your own, it's not within your purview. Your organization needs to go back to the drawing board and find out why. Get feedbacks from your customers why your business or your product is not moving. So it goes beyond that of a salesperson or what. I don't
Thank
see
you.
that.
And to make the matter worse, the two of you could not collect outstanding debt. Una don't enter one chance now. Abi? Maybe at the end of the day, the MD will go there and collect the debt. But one thing is important. We must know what is wrong with our brand, with our products. Why will people reject us? And we must also ensure that as salespeople, we keep our pool very, very wide. If A does not buy, why won't B and C buy? If for any reason we get there and we are good enough, sometimes people buy because it is you, not even because it's that product. So you need to also learn your approaches to marketing. If something is wrong with it, you need to redesign, reinvent, and reintroduce yourself back to your market. That's just my contribution. Thank you.
Okay, can I take that question that the marketer asked earlier? Then and maybe you can start thinking about running off. Somebody asked about if somebody is 12 naira and they want to sell at 10 naira, and all of that. So my school of thoughts here, and this is my training to my salespeople, is that cash is no longer king. Cash is emperor. Somebody approaches me with 10 million naira, 20 million naira, and maybe I'm selling it at 12 naira, and the person is asking that they want to buy it at 10 naira. I'm going to sit down and work it out. I'll structure it in such a way that the person, your mantra, your customer must not go away with that money. Must spend that money with you. We need to learn to sit and think outside the box and always structure what works for the customer and the organization. Believe me, when you sit together with your customer on that particular transaction, there will be a way around it. It will work and be meaningful for the organization and the customer, and that which will make the customer not take the money away. Cash is emperor. It's no more king. Nobody goes on with their money. They must spend that money with you and give that money to you.
All right, thank you.
You just make it work. Increase whatever. Just make something. Just do something. That's part of the strategy. Whatever you need to do, there's always a way around it to please the organization and please the customer. But we don't like to think. We will just say, boss, since you said that I shouldn't take 10 naira from the customer, then I'm not going to sell. No. You do it in such a way that even your boss will give you a pat on the back. My marketers know that. Or my salespeople, they come to me and they say, MD, in as much as you told us not to give a discount that is not more than X amount, right? Then they come and say, MD, but this person is willing to spend 5 million, 10 million, 20 million, 50 million. And they know what, once MD hears that amount, I will look for a way to make it work and collect that money from the person. Cash is emperor. I'd rather have the money in my pocket.
Thank you once again, Adedoja. To the final question, I think the question was directed to Joseph Edgar about major. I believe, where's the lady? You want to come again with your question? Talking about major startups merging with partnership and major. I would want her to take the question. Do you want to take it again so Edgar can understand and then he can? Do you want to come again? Where's she?
Please just go straight to the point.
Explain the question. Yeah. Just ask the question.
All right. So my question was that for brands that are early, maybe startups, and then you mentioned something about outlets. Yeah. So how do those brands? What other metrics I think you spoke about relationships, and she spoke about appearance. So what other metrics can be utilized in maybe making sure these existing brands decide to merge with the early startup? Because I noticed that sometimes from research, most of these existing brands are currently producers on their own. So what other thing could be utilized or could be done, or from your wealth of experience, you know that you have utilized in launching a product or something? Yeah, thanks.
Just a little announcement before you proceed. All doctoral fellows, please, we need you outside real quick to get your gowns on. All doctoral fellows in the room, please, we need your attention outside. Thank you very much.
Well, my dear sister, there is no hide and seek rule about mergers and acquisition. If your startup is doing very well, I think we've seen it in fintech. You understand, the flutter waves, they've been able to immerse about 12, 15 startups, and they have become the big flutter wave people know today. You understand? I think you need to just be exceptional. You need to identify your niche for you to be identified, for you to be harnessed, and for you to be absorbed. So I don't see any other peculiar way you need to go around to for you to now get engaged with the brands that are doing well, or that are midway or almost there. All you need to do is ensure that you believe in what you're doing in such a way that you can be seen, identified, nurtured, and then you get into the mainstream. That to me is the answer. Thank you. God bless you. That's the last one. I wanted to make a statement, and I think the chairman of council will please note this. We were discussing, myself and my brother were discussing, I said the problem of Nigeria now is history. Edgar came in this morning and made a fundamental, profound, historic statement about the industry called sales and marketing. And I wandered back to 30 years ago. At the ICANN conference, late Papa Akintola gave it to accountants that they were the future of Nigeria 30 years ago. And today Edgar came in here to relaunch that same statement 30 years after. That sales today has taken over from accountants as the future of this country. I think that should be noted and should be stressed, that we are also ready as salespeople to take that mantle to deliver this country. Thank you so much, my brother. Please, can we put our hands together for the endorsement we had from Joseph Edgar? He's the voice in Nigeria. And I called him and said, you are one of those exceptional people Nigeria has created. Never mind his ways. He is a very sincere, very absolutely honest and astute person. And it took me years to meet him personally. So thank you so much, my brother. Great to be here with you.
Thank you so much. Please join me together for our panelists as we come to the end of this panel session. Thank you so much to yesterday. Thank you so much Adedoja Allen. Thank you so much to the Duke of Shomolu. And then we just have pictures now. Then afterwards we'll continue in the program.
Please, I won't leave until we celebrate women. I'm a feminist. Women, can we stand up? International Women's Month. I'm a feminist. I love, we don't celebrate ourselves. Everywhere I go, I celebrate my fellow woman. Men, we are your mothers, we are your sisters, we are your wives, we are your nurturers, we are your role models, we are your cheerleaders, we are your... Give us a round of applause. Appreciate us women and wish us happy International Women's Day. Go ahead, celebrate every woman beside you. And fellow women, let's celebrate ourselves. You all look amazing and beautiful. Happy International Women's Day to you all. God bless you.
One more time, a round of applause for members of the last concluded panel. Please put your hands together for the panelists, please. Thank you very much, and happy International Women's Day to all the incredible women we have in the room. Thank you very much. Thank you. At this juncture, we will also be inviting the president, of course, he's on stage, to join us in taking pictures with the panelists and also present the plaque of participation to our panelists. So thank you very much to Mr. Joseph Edgar, Mrs. Adedoja Allen, Mrs. Dr. Yeshide Abiodun, Dr. Olufemi Akadiri. Thank you very much for your contribution to the future of our nation. Thank you very much, everyone. One more time, a round of applause for... Please, can we invite the President to help us present this award to Dr. Yeshide Abiodun Oyetayo for participating and recognizing your efforts in building our industry. Next is a... All right. Next, we're going to be welcoming back Mrs. Adedoja Allen to receive this plaque of recognition from the President of the Institute. Thank you very much. And next, we have Mr. Steve Akadiri. Please, we'll welcome you back to receive this plaque of recognition. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. This is for Dr. Steve. Next is Mr. Joseph Edgar. Thank you very much. Dr. No, let me take this back. Let me hold. All right, next is Mr. Joseph Edgar. Thank you very much. Mr. Joseph Edgar, we need you back on stage for your plaque. Thank you very much. And this is to our able moderator, Mr. Oluwatobi Sani. Thank you very much for being a very incredible moderator. Thank you. Adeze. So thank you very much. Please, a round of applause for our president, Mr. Sunday O. Fayoshe. Thank you for your incredible. One more time, can we have all the men give the women a rousing ovation for International Women's Day 2026? Yes, all the women, please rise on your feet. All the women rise up. Let's celebrate the women. Please, can we keep giving them a rousing ovation? If you are proud to have a mother, to have a sister, to have a wife, to have a daughter, please, I'd like you to celebrate the women that are standing. I see some women are sitting down. If you are not a woman, only the women should be standing. We're giving them a rousing ovation. So men should sit down and we should clap for the women. Let's see you. Thank you very much. So we are going to start the investiture properly now. We're supposed to have everyone receive their gowns. So please be seated. Thank you. So you would receive your gowns right where you are seated. And we would like to take the oath with you seated as well. We'd like to take the oath with you seated as well. But I'd like to right now recognize our online participants. I'd like to recognize our online participants right now. I'd like to recognize our online participants. So we're starting with the doctoral fellows. There are a number, hundreds of you online watching right now. But so in starting with the doctoral fellows, we have James Stephen, Anthony Okpekete, Nkechi Uzuamaka Fred Onya, John Lawoye, Stanley Okafor, Felix Jimo Rukioya, Edison Nimetier, Adebayo Emmanuel Amos, Ahmed Adamu, Ijeoma Amuche Iloje PhD, Amadou Adamu, Famuyide Omolade Oluwabukumi, Ike Igwe, Showmi Samson Olufemi. Please pardon me. There are some names, there's no amount of wisdom and understanding. If you say it for the first time, you will first speak in tongues. So please pardon me with absolute respect. I will try my possible best to pronounce it. And if I do not, please correct me. I'm willing to learn. So this name sounds like Ogbejele Jimson. I have Miriam Amasonwe Edrim. Ishelowo Kolawole Kende. Omenongo Alex Prince. Adebusayo Victoria Adekunle. Alaire Ikoli. Chiamaka Jane Frances Nwako. Olawale Rufai. Philip Honora Ogbukezie. Benedicta Isi Eraga. Otis Eyike. Emenkene Esther Ebere. Abisola Oladuni Okwobi. Donatus Iyonagbe Ohikulwa. Thomas Okate. Ashaolu Abayomi David. Shitu Aziz Taiwo. Bumi Bello. Adebisi Okpelowo Omolola. Ben Bamayi. Omenogo Alex Prince. Ayotunde Abiodun. Faleke Olawale Olashupo. Emmanuel Akomolafe Ayobami. Falade Abosede Elizabeth. Adeyinka Adejube. Benjamin James. Adenubi Bosola Adedayo. Ijiga Andrew Omali. We also have online joining us virtually Yemi Adewuyi, Chiamaka Favor, Solomon Chijioke, Nwake Salome Chioma, Ogbeide Yetunde Agnes, Favor Idemodia Ekeloa, Oiza Bernice Makun, Dominic Agogja Daniel, Tahi Omar, Bilamiyu Abdullahi, Oranya Obianojo Vivian, Omotosho Babafemi Blessing, Ezenwudo Chukudum Stephen, Ogene Silas Oshominoke, Olusheun Abimbola Ogundipe, Omotayo Esther Olakomi, Isikiru Juliet Ochuko, Favor Duke, Hilda Fiona David, Christopher Olu Crown, Aisha Gogo Abdul-Malik, Felix Eberi Kama, Cyril Iling, Okoro Eukaria Chineye, Adeshola Iyaduni Ogundipe, Chidiozie Chinonyelum Augustina, Abovishade David Olushola, Anthony Okocha, Odeyemi Elizabeth, is Isaiah Ilia, Anulika Vivian Okafo, Ajayi Oluwafemi Temitope, Adetola Rachel Adeleke, Onobanjo Jason Tofumi Rachel, Ofyong Blessing Usanga, Abdulatif Ayo Tomiwa Kolawole, Olivia Chiamaka Mado, Nkemjika Florence Olerum, Temitayo Hana Ibidakbo, Akinyele Abigail Ometere, Odedeji Oluwatobi John, James Oduana, Oyewole Babatunde Henry, Precious Ofedo Ojo Joe. Fumilola Peters, Ezeakune Uju Stella, Adeniron Adelokan Adedamola, Samuel Emmanuel Eleojo, Oyewole Olatunji, Ofodile Sandra Nwanyife, Bisoye Miriam Balogun, Onwonle Damilare Samson, Oluwa Fisayomi Mercy Omolola, Obasi Stephanie Chiamaka, Utibiema Oboho Dixon, Okeleka Joshua Ogechi. One more time, please put your hands together for all our inductees in the room and those joining us virtually. At this juncture, I'd like to welcome Barrister Atobatele Femi Adibukola Esquire to come in his element as we administer the oath taking and induction ceremony. So please, I'd like you all, if you do not have your gowns, to please signify, indicate, so we can help out with the gowns. All right, I'd like to invite the registrar of the Institute, Dr. Ifed Dayo Owosheni, to help us present the best student, the award of excellence, presented in recognition of your efforts, your exceptional achievements, and remarkable discipline. Azubwike Rejoice Black. Please, can we put our hands together for our best student? I was expecting a rousing ovation. Come on. Azubwike Rejoice Black. For customer service management. Azubwike Rejoice. Are you in the room? Is Azubwike here? Is Azubwike in the room? Second one. What course is this? Sales, okay. Congratulations, congratulations. Best graduating students, customer service management class. Please put your hands together for her now. All right, for best graduating students in sales management for the January-February batch, please welcome Ebele Chuku Heli Obian Sonye. Can we put our hands together for Ebele Chuku? Can we put our hands together for Ebele Chuku? Best graduating student, sales management. All right, it's time to administer the oath. Once we're done administering the oath, we would call out each inductee to come on stage to receive their certifications, the certificates, and plaque. Please, the order is you walk through the green carpet, you come on stage through my left, which is your right, and you exit on the other axis. Okay. So if you do not have your gown, can we see your hand up? If you do not have a gown, please help us. Okay, I would like everyone to remain seated except those that do not have their gowns. Everyone else remain seated except those that do not have their gowns so we can make this faster. So we have about 10 persons still standing. Please help us real quick. Help us. So we can administer the oath. Yes, please. Do we need to take this chair? No, they'll take the oath on the seat. All right, a cab driver came here a short while ago to return an item that was forgotten in his cab. If you look through your personal effects and belonging and you forgot a notepad in the cab that brought you, please see us after the service with your NAFDAC, date of birth, NIN, to prove that you really own the notepad. Thank you very much. So please, would like you all to be seated except persons that are yet to receive their gowns. If you do not have a gown, can I see your hand up, please? If you do not have a gown, can I see your hand up? Only one person. Okay, 2, 3. All right, 4. If you still do not have a gown, can I see your hand up, please? If you still do not have a gown, can I see your hand up? Please, we'll have just 2 persons. 2 persons, please. Thank you. 3. Okay, so at this juncture, I can assume that everyone inductee has received a gown. If you do not have a gown at this point, let me see your hand up, please. One person does not have a gown. Please help us with a gown. There's a lady in yellow. Do you have a gown? There's a lady in yellow, there's a lady in black. Please. So help us with 2 gowns. Come this way. Please come this way, you would see them. Yes. They're at the extreme, by the air conditioner at the extreme, yes. One is in yellow, one is in black. Okay. Have you received it now? Pass it, please. Just wave your hand until she gets to you. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Okay. It is safe to assume everyone inductee has received their gowns. Please, can you rise? All rise, inductees, as we administer the oath taking. And to do that, please join me. Welcome the Barrister Tobatele Femi Adebukola Esquire to help us administer the oath. Please, can we put our hands together for him? Family members, please put our hands together for him.
Thank you very much. I hope we are all set without taking our time any further. This is the Chartered Institute of Sales and Customer Service Management Code of Ethics and Professional Conduct Oath. Please, once I get to that point, ensure you put in your full name as you repeat after me. This Code of Ethics and Professional Conduct outlines the standards we uphold, and speaking as one of you, as practitioners of sales and customer service management globally. It highlights the values we aspire to and the conduct required of us in our professional and voluntary engagements. As a member of the Chartered Institute of Sales and Customer Service Management, you put in your name. I pledge to 1, conduct myself with integrity, professionalism, and truthfulness, upholding accuracy, fairness, and responsibility to the public. Are you reading along? 2, ensure timely payment of my annual membership subscription on the 2nd of January each year. And 3, foster and uphold high standards of professional competence in those under my mentorship or supervision. And 4, enhance the proficiency and reputation of the sales and customer service profession by acquiring and applying knowledge effectively. Number 5, participate actively in professional development programs to advance my expertise and performance in the field. And number 6, avoid actions that may tarnish the reputation of the institute or discredit its image in any way. And 7, honor confidentiality in all professional interactions and communications. Number 8, abide by the legal and contractual obligations applicable in the jurisdiction where I practice. And number 9, collaborate with organizations and individuals promoting the advancement of sales and customer service practices and the growth of the institute. And number 10, maintain an unwavering commitment to the truthfulness and avoid disseminating false or misleading information. And number 11, encourage adherence to the professional code of ethics among other practitioners. And number 12, act in accordance with the policies of the institute and make this pledge with integrity and in good faith. So, I acknowledge that the institute reserves the right to suspend or terminate my membership if I violate any of the aforementioned pledges, which I make, so help me God. God bless you all.
Congratulations, everyone. Congratulations. Please, can we put our hands together for them? So this is the time where you take your muffler and put it on your neck. This is the time where you put your muffler on your leg. You are now an inducted fellow, inducted member, inducted associate of the Institute. Thank you very much and congratulations. Thank you very much.